Hello, friends and enemies, humans and androids alike, and welcome. I have to do the hand gestures. Welcome, to Girls Run These Worlds. Thank you so much for joining us for this, our finale, our final episode of Alien Destroyer Worlds. I know, I can't believe it either. My name is Fiona. I use she, her pronouns, and I have the incredible honor and privilege of being the game mother for this campaign and for this incredible cast of folks. Now, sorry, Kat, can you get out of the way? I'm doing my spit. Thank you. Sorry, I'm clearly in a different place, and the cat's just like, now I will make my move for your Fanta. So, before I ask this wonderful cast of folks to introduce themselves, let me tell you a little bit more about Alien and what the stream is about at the top of the session. The Alien RPG is published by Free League, who are also known for some absolutely cracking tabletop RPGs. RPGs like Tales from the Loop, Vaesen, Forbidden Lands, Coriolis, Dragonbane, and many, many more. I'm a massive fan of these games, as well as being a massive fan of different sort of franchises as well, particularly Alien, in case you didn't guess. If you've enjoyed watching this stream, and if you've enjoyed our previous stream, Chariot of the Gods, and you're like, I could run Alien, or I'd like to play it, well, check out the link in the chat. And of course, a massive thank you to Free League for sponsoring this stream. Now, with all that in mind, the world of Alien is incredibly bleak and a dark place. I don't know what gave it away, but just in case you're new here, there's going to be a lot of focus on very dark, mature themes, horror and definitely violence. As with all campaigns here at Girls Run These Worlds, the cast and I have had our session 0, and we've got over our lines of veils, and we have safety tools in effect to make sure that we're all happy playing at the table. However, I want to pause it for the final time this series. I want to extend permission to you, the viewers out there, the other xenomorphic creatures that are probably watching this with intent. I just want to give you full permission to protect yourself, keep yourself safe, and take a break from watching our story should you need it. As I always say, you're more important than the dice rolls on the table. Finally, the scenario we're using for the last time this series is Destroyer of Worlds. Roll credits. The second cinematic scenario written by Andrew E.C. Gasker in the 26th Draconis arc. I would ask folks who have run this or played through this scenario just to be a bit mindful and to not put any spoilers in the chat, because I cannot stress this enough, folks. If you do spoil it right at the end, you've only got yourself to blame when I set these mods on you. Just saying. But as always, when that happens, if that happens, you do have my sympathies. Now, I'm going to have the cast introduce themselves, going clockwise from my position, starting with our wonderful captain, Abigail. I would like people, again, as always, for the last time, to give your name, who you're playing, your characters, and your own pronouns, and of course, the final icebreaker, which, I got groans at when I announced this about 30 minutes ago, but what would be your final words? So, starting with Abigail, please take it away.
Hi, I'm Abigail. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Captain Silva, who also uses she, her pronouns. And my final words would have to be something comical and upsetting. So it would have to be the come closer, come closer. I hid the treasure in the... And then I die.
Beautiful. I love that. Thank you so much. Next up, I have Sharmini.
Hi, yeah, my name's Sharmini, she, her. I am playing Dante. Dante has been given some drugs and doesn't give a shit. She's got a broken leg. We can do anything, guys. This is gonna be great. We're all invincible. Nothing can go wrong. My final words, I'm making some assumptions on the circumstances here, but I think it's reasonable. This is a reasonable guess. I think I would like shake my fist at the sky while going, Fiona! I'm assuming.
Whoa. Is that now? Is that never? Who knows? But I love that. Thank you. Next up, I have Jill.
Hi, I am Jill, also known as Ghosty JK. I use she, they pronouns. I will be playing Sergeant Iona, who uses she, her pronouns, and my last words realistically would probably be cursing the government, but I wanted to choose something that I've said previously as a joke, and that's I'm immortal because I haven't been proven wrong yet. And I think that's a fun one, but also I have said that, so it's likely that I would say it again before dying.
Well, so far it's true, right? So
exactly, just I haven't been proven wrong yet.
Yeah, fantastic, thank you. Next up is Humalu.
Hi, it's me, Hamily, or I'm on the internet. I am bringing you Roach Mason, who's our gunnery sergeant. He's definitely totally okay and not nearly bleeding out. It's fine. Uh, Last words. While it would be tempting to Ned Stark it with a "oh, we'll talk when I get back." I quite like the very sassy but also ironic, because it's last words, of last words are for fools who haven't said enough.
Ooh,
But they are last words, so therefore you're
I love
yeah.
it. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you. And last but by no means least, Emily.
Hey, I'm Emily. I use she, they pronouns. I'm playing Chaplain, android at 0 hit points. Should be good. Definitely gonna survive the session. My last words, I am hoping that I am lucky enough that my last words get to be I love you.
Oh,
But you never know.
wow, I love that.
Damn it,
Fantastic.
Emily. Damn
Yeah.
it.
Well, don't worry, guys. I'll pull it back. So my last words, I actually thought about this when I went downstairs, and I thought it would be something I'd message my partner. So I went to look at what the last thing I messaged my partner was, which, if I look at it now, goes
Oh
to.
no, this is like realistic final words.
It says
It's
no
embarrassing.
probs. No probs is what I say as my final words. No props.
I hate that that's like the most likely thing.
Yeah,
exactly.
Mm.
Yeah,
Everything
no
is
probs.
fine.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like no props, Fiona. Gone. Thank you so much, my Marines, and thank you for answering my final icebreaker question. Now, before we do our recap, let's quickly talk about the main mechanic that you're going to see come up in the session today. When a character wants to do something where there's a tiny bit of risk, I'm going to ask them to describe what they are doing, and then ask for them for a role that combines one of their attributes and a related skill. By adding the level in the attribute and skill together, they're going to create a dice pool of base dice, so these D6s here. And don't worry that I've got so many out. Look at that. Oh, so many. In most situations, they only have to roll one success in order to succeed on the task in question. Very simple, straightforward. We've seen it do them loads of times throughout this stream. However, life on the cutting edge of cold, brooding space is pretty brutal, and this is where the stress mechanic comes in. When making skill rolls, characters will also add a number of d6s of stress die to their pool. If you're using the official dice, they look like these lovely yellow ones. And it must be equal to their current stress level. So, for example, if you're trying to beat down a door and using strength close combat or something like that, and you have level 2 stress, remember those days, chaps? You add you add 2 more d6s into it. Now, here's the thing: if they rolled a 1 on one or more of their stress dice, the characters risk panicking, and well, it's not a good thing to panic. Naturally, though, the more stressed you are, the more chance you have at succeeding at difficult tasks like shooting alien life forms or getting out alive, perhaps. But there's also a chance of failing with very bad consequences, panicking, or even dying. Now, players can, and I'm going to remind them for the last time, you can push your rolls, grabbing any dice that doesn't show a success, show a success and re-roll them. This is not without risk, however, because pushing a roll will increase your stress level, and you must include the new stress die in a pushed roll. You can only push the skill roll once unless you have a talent that says otherwise, and you can't push any skill rolls. And you can push any skill rolls except a roll that already contains a 1 on the stress dice or on a death roll. Now, one thing I add, because we do have an android character here, they operate under slightly different rules. I know, who could it be? Due to their programming, they do not get stressed and they do not panic under pressure, but as a result, they cannot push rolls either. The final bit I want to mention is one of the more unique elements of Alien, the personal agendas, which we'll get to after the recap properly. But essentially, this cinematic scenario has been split into 3 acts, and for each act, our characters have a secret agenda that motivates their choices. I've said to the players they aren't bound to carry them out completely, but should they choose to, at the end of each act, I will award them with a story point, which means they can have 1 automatic success on any skill roll. All right, with all that out of the way, shall I begin the recap before we go into our final session? All right. So, Aryarchus, once a major refining and exporter of petroleum fuels with oil production and its space elevator reaching into orbit from the ground. Now, a burning mess of metal, blood, and agony. Our Marines, Captain Silver, Sergeant Iona, Gunnery Sergeant Mason, Warrant Officer Chaplain, and Private First Class Dante, along with their fallen comrades, Private First Class Zibijewski and Private Hammer, have been tasked with trying to find 4 missing Marines who were in possession of some top secret intelligence that could not fall into the wrong hands. However, Charlie Team has realized something is going on. Something much darker has been happening beneath the surface of Ariarchus. Project Lifeforce, a secret initiative, overseen by Wayland Yutani, has been doing unsanctioned work on a bioweapons program involving some sort of unknown alien species. During the evacuation of Ariarchus after the UPP's liberation, shall we say, of a nearby Sydney 61 system, there was a containment breach. And, well, a series of unfortunate events has started to occur from that containment breach. These include Charlie Team tracking down and discovering the grisly fates of each of the missing Marines. Reese, dead in the Marshall Station. Carvello, choosing to end his own life at the medical facility. Wright, shot dead by the hands of our own warrant officer. And Wojciech, transformed into a nightmare at the insurgents' compound. Following this, we've experienced the full force of the UPP, descending from the cloud coverage above and raining terror on the whole colony. Our team has been manipulated, controlled, and threatened by insurgents, UPP, Wayland Yutani agents, and even their own high command. And finally, watching disaster unfold as a black goo bomb was set off over the base, decimating the rest of the colonists and changing them into nightmarish creatures. Charlie Team has finally made it back to Fort Nebraska, but it was not an easy ride. Getting past the automatic defense cost them dearly, and Captain Silver, seeing Colonel Meyer's body in stasis in the middle of the courtyard, pushed her too far and brutally killed him in front of her entire squad. They have made it to the Apollo mainframe room, which is currently running on emergency power, and have found, well, an ally of some sorts, JL, another android who was working for Myers until the UPP attacked the base. Charlie Team's mission is now clear. If they want off this frozen bit of rock, they need to restore the power to the base, rebooting the reactor on sublevel 2, convince Apollo to grant the team access to the space elevator, i.e. instruct it to take off the security clamps which holds the climber car in place on sublevel 3, and then ride the car all the way up to the substation miles above the planet to safety. JL has confirmed that there is radiation leaking from all over the place, so hazmat suits will need to be acquired because radiation affects humans and synthetics alike. And that is where we're going to start. So currently, you're doing what I would call a short rest, sort of gaining your skills a little bit. So what I would say in this, it's a quick downtime before you make your plans to go. Your stress levels go down by 1. Because Iona is there, they go down another. Because Iona has banter.
I think Dante does too.
Do you have Dante?
Yeah, I wrote a poem for you once, and then I'd set myself too high a standard. And I was like, again. No more poetry for you. Only type 5s.
That's true. Well, of course, yeah, because unfortunately, banter does not stack. When there's too much banter, it only goes down by a certain extent. It's not like you have 2 friends who are like, I've got lots of jokes, and you're like, okay, I've had enough now. So unfortunately, it doesn't go down again. But everyone's goes down by 2 if you still have stress. Okay. But yes, JL will happily sit. Well, happily is not really a word you'd use with synthetics, but she will sort of sit at the computer and is desperately trying to. Well, for JL, is desperately trying to get contacts with Apollo, but unfortunately, because the power has not been restored, she's having very limited success. What would everyone like to do?
Can I sidle up to. Who shall I sidle up to? I'm gonna sidle up to Roach. I think it was Roach.
Yeah, I'd say for the sake of this, you've been put in like a wheelie chair, Dante, so you can like scoot around a little bit, but your leg is raised a little bit, so you're not going to cause.
We're
any
maybe
damage
sitting
to it.
on like the injured bench. Like we're
Can I also like get a stick and be like twirling around and round on the chair by like pushing off with a stick, please?
Absolutely, yes.
Thank
of
you.
Course. Put that in your inventory, please.
Stick.
Yeah.
Sticky stick.
It's brown and sticky.
It's brown and sticky.
Well, this is not black and sticky. I think.
Yeah. What?
Roach.
Yeah, what's up?
That shit you gave me is really good.
Yeah.
It was really good. Like, you know how I said before we're invincible?
Yeah, I remember you saying that, yeah.
I'm extra invincible now.
Wow.
Would recommend.
Extra invincible. Do we have more? Because I'm also
I thought you gave it to me.
I did.
You should take some. Do you have any more? I could do with some more. I could take
Was
more
it an
if you had more.
injectable? Was it
Yeah, it was good.
I think it was was it a single dose? Game Mother? Yeah. Okay,
yes, unfortunately. I think you were very kind.
Yes, I did, yeah.
And then oh no, it all went wrong. So
but like literally right now, like, oh right, my arm hasn't been right since doctors fucked me up. Doctors don't trust doctors. Like the synapse or something. They put their weird artificial nerves shit in me. Okay. Like, not good. Don't. If Chaplin ever looks like they want to put any android bits inside you, like definitely not with that. Whew, can you imagine?
Chaplin coughs in the background.
I will try not to imagine, sure. Yeah.
No.
It's definitely not,
fine. Yeah. Like, this is my shooting arm. I'm like, give me a target right now. I could get it. Like my leg, not even bothering me. Like every little like, oh, I've got a bit of indigestion. Oh, I'm a bit stiff. I'm like, no, I can do anything.
I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, it's great.
Was it like medical androids that did that to you?
Oh, I didn't even know if it was androids. That I may be leaping a bit. Oh no, it was just like a hospital. I just woke up in the hospital and they were like, don't worry, we fixed your arm. And my arm, I'm like, it's not already fixed though, is it? Because occasionally there was this moment of, okay, right, don't tell Chaplin because she'll try and fix my arm. But like I nearly accidentally shot someone. But like no one noticed. But it wasn't like, I'm a professional. I just think we should establish this. I'm a professional.
Yeah, so you're so professional.
Synapses sometimes.
Your body's been betraying you a little.
It's not. Well, no,
okay,
not my body. It's it's the artificial,
the additional. I see.
Synaptic relay that they put in me.
That's not good.
No, it's not. But like drugs.
Yeah. Roach is nodding in that. You know, like when somebody tells you not to tell your best friend something, you're like, sure, I will. Yeah.
File it away for later.
Yeah.
I said it very quietly, apart from maybe the thing about putting android bits inside.
I'm not opposed to that, but you and I are built different, so okay. Have you had someone
some more.
Check it out since that? Do you want me to check out are you all right? You good?
They discharged me. Like that, like, it's as good as it could get, but like it's not great, basically.
When did you nearly shoot someone?
I remember earlier when we were on that roof.
Yes.
Remember when I broke my leg?
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
Like actually then, like, yeah. Like basically I at one point randomly fired my gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no one noticed because someone was getting eaten or something.
Like nearly shot one of us.
I didn't. I think is the point we all need to really be focusing on here.
No
one got shot. The gun just went off somewhere.
It's just random.
These things happen.
Just into the air, relieving tension. Okay, yeah.
But now it's fine because you gave me the drugs, and if you happen to have any more, It feels good.
I don't. If I did, I would not be feeling this way right now.
Well,
However,
thanks, anyway.
I'm really glad. Listen, you've got a broken leg, buddy. Believe me, you deserved it. Hey, and if it's fixed your arm and you're not going to shoot any of us now,
Yeah,
then great.
totally. That's how the mechanics work. I'm going for a fist bump.
It's funky.
And then I
Yeah.
like spin around on my wheelie chair some more.
Yeah.
Having a great time. Just wanted to establish this.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
good.
Yeah. Oh, just like subtly without it being obvious, just shuffle just
No!
slightly further away.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought you were immediately going to go and be like, Kaplan.
No. I'm just like,
You'll never guess.
ooh, I'll just cool, yeah. Ooh.
Like, mhm.
I do not currently have my finger on my gun, GM.
Oh no.
My finger is not on the trigger right now.
No. Well, you've got your new stick friend.
Stick, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
stick.
Yeah, you got a stick.
I'm just gonna be slightly outside of stick distance range just in
Yeah.
case.
I
Yeah,
think
you're
I could
about-
discharge a stick, but you never know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're 6
Throw
feet
it.
away.
Yes.
Mason, that's fine.
Yeah.
What about Captain Silver and Iona? What are you guys up to at this moment?
I think I'm gonna try to figure out where the hazmat suits are.
That sounds like a great idea. I'm gonna help.
They're much more effective. and useful.
I was gonna say Iona's just
Damn.
kind of sitting next to Silva, like, well, I'm not gonna be driving anymore. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
But you're such a good driver.
You just
Never
have like
forget
the song from the Barbie movie, like Billie Eilish is like, what was I made
Yeah,
for, playing in the
literally,
background. I'm
that's
like,
just
what
playing in her
am
head.
I now?
You can drive Dante.
Oh,
on the
wheelie
chair,
chair.
the
Okay,
wheelchair,
That took away. I needed that explained to me.
I was trying to figure out
It
how
made
that was a
sense
double
to me.
entendre.
No,
but
no, I think
No,
we
it
got there, we
actually
got
wasn't. It wasn't for once. It was just a suggestion.
So what I would say, if you're going to look for hazmat suits, there doesn't seem to be any in here. But it means that you might have to go out of the main training room and maybe search the rest of this level. So you're more than welcome to do that, but I just wanted to make sure you knew that. So if you want to go, either you can both do wits observation for me, or one of you can do it with the other one helping, adding a base dice pool to your pool.
I can help.
All right. Well, let's do this.
All right, wits observation plus your current stress level.
Okay. Okay, 2 successes. Of course, I panic though.
I think you've panicked on
About
every
what?
check, Captain.
I know. For being a captain, I really struggle with panicking.
I think to be
That's
fair,
an
but
8.
it makes sense because you're just
Look,
like
anybody can have anxiety. It's a very
Okay,
There's
normal
a
you know
lot of
it's fair.
responsibility on your shoulders right now.
This is a lot.
there's a lot.
I thought we were just gonna bring some Marines in.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's changed in 24 hours, so it's quite intense. So you are trembling still. You're trying to think how you're going to get your team, as injured and as battered as they are, to sub-level 3, past radiation, past a reactor that you've got to reboot. So there's lots of steps, so it makes sense why you're just sort of, ugh, and you're trembling slightly. All skill rolls using agility suffer a -2 modification until your panic stops. So, but you do find 2 successes in that. So you are careful during this time. I'd say roughly you're going to spend about an hour here. So obviously, if there's anything else that anyone else wants to do, we can come to that in a second. But you're looking around the sort of the basement, and you're careful about the rooms you go into. You're low on supplies in general. But you go to one of the administration offices and you find 2 hazmat suits. They seem to be not been worn at all. There doesn't seem to be any, shall we say, bodies on this floor. There's definitely been some upheaval and disarray. Like there's offices, like tables have been smashed, computers on the floor, that sort of business. And it's quite dark as well. You've got the emergency lights on. So it's a little bit difficult, but you do manage to find 2 hazmat suits that are sort of left in a locker that don't seem to be touched, don't have anyone wearing them, but only 2, unfortunately.
All right. So we'll definitely take those.
Sounds good. And as I said at the end of last session, because I can't remember if we did it on stream or not, but yes, you can wear your hazmat suits under your armor, but obviously that means you have to take off your armor and put the hazmat suits on and then put your armor on. So that might take a little while. Just because I just suddenly had this image of Among Us with us with big hazmat suits, which is unhelpful because as soon as that gets pierced, then the radiation is going to come in. So it's better to have it close to you and having the armor on top. So yeah, just to remind people of that, because just the image of it sounded quite funny.
And remind me, the radiation is on sub-level 3.
2 currently.
Oh, just
so
2.
the reactor is the thing. It sounds like from what JL was saying, seems to be what is leaking this radiation, although she can't pinpoint it exactly. So whoever's going, all of you at some point will need some sort of hazmat suit because radiation stays around for a long time. But there doesn't seem to be anything on sub-level 3, which is where the climber car for the space elevator is. The one thing I will mention as well, because I'll admit, when I played this scenario a long time ago, I don't think either the storyteller or even myself has really described what this climber car is, because you did come down in it. It is it will be a single climber, but it is like wedge shaped, and it's also several stories tall. It's not like one big room. It's got several compartments in it, but the main way in is where you sort of came out from. It's going to be on the sub-level 3, which has like the biggest opening, because that's where they would get cars out and cargo, etc., and that's where most people would have come out. But there are other rooms or layers in the climbing car as well, just so that you're aware. So not you're like, we're just going to stay in this one room for 8 hours as we go up. There are other places in there as well, so I just wanted to make sure that you folks were aware of.
Can you just remind us of the jobs that need doing? So we need to at some point go to the lift.
Yeah, so the two sort of big priorities are restoring the power, and that's the easiest way to do that is rebooting the reactor. The other, maybe less important job is getting the Apollo mainframe, so the big computer there, to give you access and to unclamp the climber car, because this is the thing, it is sort of currently would be stuck to the ground. Now you could force those clamps off, but it might be easier to do it from the control room safely, and that you're not all rushing to get in. But as we described last session, you're able to hack. It's not hack. You're able to persuade Apollo from different terminals, but it might be easy to do it from the main. It might be easier to do it from this room. But the most important thing is booting up the power.
All right.
Chaplain, is there anything you would want to be doing at this moment?
I think I would definitely want to take one more look at both Roach and myself to see if any patching can be done during I know we have limited time.
I would say you could only do one of those things. So either you patch Roach or you patch yourself.
Okay.
To patch yourself would be a contact check, because you are
right
as an android if you want to do that. For Roach, it would be an empathy medical aid check, or whatever medical aid check. Yes, empathy medical aid. So wits contact or empathy medical aid, but you can only do one of those in the time you have.
Well, if I hadn't, I feel as if what Chaplain wants to do is to heal Roach, and what Jael inside of Chaplain wants to do is heal Chaplain. Is there any way that I can roll to try to heal Roach instead of myself?
Absolutely. So, your instinct is to go towards Mason at this point, and you feel in your head almost like a tug, not a physical tug, but like a mental push of wills. And we are going to do the same thing we did last time, which was an empathy manipulation check. Let me just double check that is exactly what it is, because I don't want to do you out or something. That's also the wrong thing. Looking at too many books. There's no such thing as too many books until there is too many books.
That made me think of too many cooks.
Too many books.
I'm singing that now. Yeah,
Uh, that's okay. This is the thing with these wonderful books. Although I love it, all the stuff is separate. It's always like, do you want an event? Go to the back of the book. It's not next to where you need it to be. All right. Yes, we need to do an opposed empathy manipulation roll. That's what we need to do. So you roll first and tell me what you get, Chaplain.
Oh
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
Wow.
I also got nothing. And so what I do, draws always go to the players. So suddenly, Chaplain, you are back. You suddenly are aware of your feelings. Your Act 3 agenda is in effect. What do you
Okay.
do?
What's happening?
I start working on fixing Roach,
Oh, hello.
and I will, while working, just to the room. Oh, well, Captain and Iona aren't back, right?
No. You have Dante,
Um,
and you have Mason, and you have JL there.
Ooh, there's people.
all right. While Chaplain is working, Chaplain's going to just say this is going to be dangerous, and look pointedly at Jael and say, we need everyone's help to make sure we get out of here alive. Does everyone understand that?
Yeah, I'm feeling
Looking at
great. You can
Jael.
rely on me. I'm gonna nail this. Don't worry.
Hell yeah, Dante. Yeah. No,
you're
She
right.
doesn't- Sorry, go.
Oh,
We definitely need to keep our shit together, work together, get this done.
Go team.
Go team.
God.
Actually, even Charmin isn't really sure what's happening. So
Yeah,
we're
I'll probably like
announcing right
try
now,
to
it's
do a
like-
go team with you thing, but like I'm like, oh, the rib out. Regrets.
I do have 2 successes on my medical aid check.
All right. Mason, you get 2 health points back. JL doesn't react to you, Chaplain, at that. She's just sort of like, of course, and continues working on the mainframe.
Hey, Chaplain.
Hey, Roach.
Dante here says it's not good to have android sticking bits in you. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that consent would be the most important part of that kind of situation. I don't know. I'm a little less interested in Dante's opinion on that. But you know, yeah. It goes immediately, just like goes back
Thanks.
to
Yeah, I'm
patching.
just like
Okay.
holding the yeah. Probably got like whatever body armor I've got on off a bit just to.
All right. And so the rest of you sort of converge back at the mainframe with your 2 hazmat suits. So, what's the plan?
Split the party.
Unfortunately, probably.
We have
If we've got 2 hazmat suits, yeah.
If you need any bit that needs like potential ass kicking, like heroics, I could do that bit.
Yeah. We need someone
Dante could
who's
do that
good with
bit.
computers to
Iona?
work on the reactor, or who's good with technology to work on the reactor. So I think that might be Chaplain.
I'm gonna go with Chaplain.
All right.
Every time we split up, something happens, so it's not happening anymore.
Chaplain, Roach, I know you guys will protect
do want
each
to
other.
stay with Roach, yes. My
You're the hazmats.
only concern is that if I get hit once, I will die.
That's concerning, yeah.
Well, then maybe I should go, says JL.
Maybe I trust Silva to use a computer. I don't know how.
I have the same capabilities of you in terms of destroying and hacking stuff. I'm sure the EMP did take me out, but I am not injured. So I could easily go down with one of your team.
We're talking about rebooting the reactor.
Indeed.
Hmm.
If you're so worried about health.
With you, Giles, I'm more worried that you're going to kill my friends.
Oh, sorry, Chaplain said
So-
no. So
Yeah.
If you can guarantee that you can trust them to help us with the objective of destroying these things, getting off of here is more of a priority. Chaplain overrides Jael.
Uh-oh.
I feel like there's a lot of baggage
Yeah.
behind this that I'm
yeah,
not
this
understanding.
is so
Yeah.
pointed. So
There's like a
pointed, and I don't
showdown happening
understand
between
it.
the two androids, and everyone else is like, "What the fuck's going
Yeah.
on?"
Yeah.
We literally
Sorry, guys.
just met this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna say to Iona, like, I thought they were like synthetic buddies. Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I thought
maybe
it would
something's
be like
going on
a-
there.
Just a bit
Lean
of
into
synthetic
Chaplain and just be like,
nonsense.
do we have a problem?
I don't know, Jael. Do we have a problem?
No problem.
Is fighting right now really the best thing to be doing?
Agreed.
No.
It is a
Yes.
waste of resources.
Oh, that kind of fighting.
Absolutely.
Sorry. Yeah,
Okay,
no, like
so we
shooting
are-
kind of fighting. That
Like
would be the
in
best thing.
fighting, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I
that
got
kind of fighting.
confused. Yeah.
Well,
Let's save the explosions for the aliens. Speaking of which, I had an idea that if we have a bag full of grenades and shot a grenade launcher at that bag, it would do a lot of damage to some aliens, maybe. Just
Alright,
a thought
go-
that I
let's
As the
go find
car
a
is
bag of
leaving, we
grenades.
just like, we end it.
Oh,
Yeah.
What is this moon's capabilities of like proper?
Well, maybe
Torture.
don't blow up the elevator as we're going up.
Well, we'll wait till
That might
we're
not
That's
be a
yeah.
good idea.
well, there is, of course, the there is nuclear storage.
The self-destruct button.
That sounds
What,
good.
like
level
rig
2.
the nuclear reactor to blow?
Well, the reactor, yes, but there are also warheads here. This was a
That
you
makes
saw what
sense.
the UPP did.
Are we going to be able to remotely do that from the top? Once
I
we're
think
out.
unlikely, but there is a delay. If I'm down there, I can make sure there is an 8-hour delay, giving the climate car enough time to ascend.
Do we know that it takes 8 hours to get up top?
Roughly, you will do, yes, because it took you 8 hours to get down.
Okay.
So we set a timer and have to run back and get onto the elevator in time before everything goes kablooey.
And we have to trust that you are in fact putting 8 hours on it.
One of
I-
you can come with me.
Wouldn't they
I
do that?
sorry, go.
Why wouldn't they set it at 8 hours?
That's what they've been told to do.
Because Jael, and myself up until a moment ago would be perfectly happy to get rid of any witnesses to this situation. But Jael also knows, as well as I do, how much we cannot trust Wayland Yutani to get away with this. We need to focus on the destruction and let these witnesses be part of the mission.
Indeed. I admit
Okay.
my manipulation was more out of self-preservation. I would understand if suddenly I had been taken over. I would want to react and exact revenge on that person. So you must forgive me if I was cautious.
I understand. I understand you probably better than any other person could.
So, who is going down to the reactor? Or the reactor and warheads? I volunteer myself.
I want Dante to come with me.
I'll protect the captain from monsters and
I give Dante a hazmat
UPP.
suit.
oh shit.
I don't wish to question Captain, but
Oh, excellent. So don't.
okay. You wheel out Dante in the chair. You've noticed that none of the elevators are working.
This is not accessible.
This is not an accessible building.
Or
Do they
Okay.
have any of those like safety, like the little like rig things for going downstairs if someone's
I can hop.
You think
No,
if
we're
they
gonna wrong.
you could get
Chairlift.
like one of those stair lifts come up, but it probably has something on it, like I don't know, a xenomorph coming up the stairs.
I have one really strong leg.
So yeah, I'm
Dante,
gonna say,
Dante wanted to go. So
Yeah, no,
Dante's
no.
gonna go.
No. I'm very happy. Like
I don't
we've
actually
kind of said
mind.
before that like this broken leg stuff, you can hop, you can hold on to things, etc. So that is fine, but it is going to be tricky. Is what I'm trying to get across to you.
Are we gonna wait? Question: Are we gonna split up into two?
Yeah, because the
Or
rest of us are
three.
going to
But is anyone
level
gonna stay
3
here
for the
and-
car, right? We have to try and
Yeah, but is anyone gonna?
There's
stay
also to
here
be
and try
considered
and-
try and activate the computer from here. So we might need to be in 3 groups
That is my question.
and
because then
reconvene
There's 6 of us,
as
including Jael.
events unfold.
Yeah.
So
No
so
events are full.
you don't have to. Else, this is Fiona, the game mother here. You
Yeah.
don't have to be here to access the Apollo mainframe. However, Apollo mainframe will make it easier, i.e., it will be an easier comm check to do it here than, say, a terminal closer to the climber thing, because you might have an additional things to get through. So you're
Okay.
not coming from an authorized thing.
so we're
But
likely going to go
also-
through if we can't do the
But-
remote thing.
But
Okay.
also, you don't really have to access the Apollo mainframe at all. It's kind of an optional thing, because you could brute force the climber clamps.
At
Off.
level 3, where it currently is.
Yeah, and you can brute force your way into the climber and then get up and activate stuff from there. So
And-
it's 2 ways to get into the same goal. Is what I'm trying to
And
point
we
out.
can't access the Apollo mainframe until the power has been restored, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
yeah,
correct,
okay. Let's
correct.
divide into 2 then. Yeah.
Okay.
So people going down to the reactor and then people staying here for a bit to try and access?
yeah.
Well, what about the brute forcing of the clamps? Might as well do that simultaneously. Oh,
That's if we can't get in
Right.
computer.
We
The
have to head
team-
down there anyway,
but the
right?
Reactor
computer-
team will
yeah.
be a level above the elevator and the and all.
Mhm.
In the time of them getting from level 2 to level 3, the computer team will or will not succeed on turning on the thing.
And we
So
can
you'll
communicate with
know
them.
And we
by
can
the
always
time
go
you get
down.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's true. Okay.
And
The
we'll keep
only
in contact.
question I have is, are we able to pause the elevator long enough on this floor for computer team to hop on?
Well, we have
Or
control of the elevator once it's
Yeah,
going.
it's
It's a
true.
good
You
question.
don't
Yeah.
know. You don't
We
know.
don't know how elevators work.
No, it's
I
true.
think-
We don't.
It was above your-
regardless
above your
11.
station.
Yeah.
regardless of whether I'm able to get on or not, I think my best chance of contributing to mission success is trying to interface with the Apollo program here to try to turn on the reactor, set the timer, do any other system checks I can do to help you out, and reconvene with y'all when. I hate leaving you behind, but I think that that's how I can be the most helpful, unfortunately.
Leaving us behind?
No, I mean not going with you. I want to be down there with you to stand in the way of any.
Well, I could stay
It's
with
gonna
you
be
and
rough
then
down
not,
there.
not be.
You don't have
on
to
the
stay here alone.
stairs. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
if you stay, then I will stay and not hop aggressively down the
Then-
stairs.
I'll need backup, and Roach are gonna have to be okay with.
And Iona.
Iona, you are such a good driver, and
well,
I would
we only
love
have
to
two
have
we have two
we-
hazmat suits. Yeah.
Oh,
So you only
Used to
have,
be
you only have 2
only have
hazards.
2
Then
hazards.
I will-
We could find more if we tried on other levels, right? Mhm.
Exactly.
Okay.
Why don't we send a decent sized team down? Maybe Captain, Dante, Iona, and Jael down towards the towards the reactor. The
We
2 of
only
them,
have
the
2.
2 with the
Hoping
2 of
to
the
pick up
suits
more.
go to the reactor.
Yeah.
If you're able to find more suits, great. If not, the
Go to
other
level
2
3.
can begin their descent to level 3, avoiding the radiation, and those 4 can reconvene on level.
Yeah. We can
Yes.
react and,
Okay.
and adapt our
Boom.
plan as we go
Yeah,
because we don't
that's
know
it.
what we're gonna find.
No,
And-
nothing is set in stone. Things are going to be
and-
changing.
Yeah.
Roach stays with me.
Jael comes with us. Yep. Right. Done.
All right, that sounds good. Dante, are you good going downstairs?
We'll find out.
All right, Iona,
I
you
I
get the
can
other
help.
hazmat suit for now until we find.
Ah, damn it.
Okay, yeah. I'll do that.
To be honest,
So-
putting the hazmat suit on is probably going to be quite hard for me as well.
Yeah, so
it's going to be very
Oh.
painful. You know?
Yeah, so we're
Yeah.
gonna wait until we find more hazmat suits. Dante, don't worry about it. You can be our backup from above.
So it sounds like, correct me if I'm wrong, team, that you're all going down together, and then two people are hopping off on sublevel 2. Is that sorry?
No, Chaplain and Mason are staying here and trying to
Okay.
activate the
Right.
Oh,
Sorry, I
clamps.
missed that.
And then if we get to the point where we fail to reactivate the power,
We
if we
can come
fail to
down.
reactivate the reactor, have we got any chance at all?
Nope.
Okay.
Find out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So yeah. The rest of us
Cool.
will go down initially to
And
level
then-
2, but
Yeah. Okay.
without
And then
staying out of the
so
radiation.
the two people who are going to the reactor firstly is
Silver and Iona.
Silver and Iona, leaving
Yes.
JL with Dante.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent.
I guess I can protect her.
Yeah, she doesn't say anything. Cool. All right.
Okay.
So let's move with Team Reactor. So you slowly make your way down to going through, and as you pass through the different levels, again for time's sake, and a little bit of a montage as you're sort of going down, you can actually start to feel the heat coming up from beneath the base. We sort of described it before that a lot of the base, or a lot of the east wing and sort of the east and south wings of this place had collapsed in on itself. Clearly something had bombarded it quite heavy from above. A lot of this place is on fire. There's quite an intense heat coming from certain doors that you just avoid at this point. There is smoke coming from some of the places, but I will say, because you've managed to prep yourselves quite well, you make it to one of the sort of spare elevators. That's as if you've got them in the pocket. You sort of one of the elevators which is still working but on very, very slow power. So you all sort of get in. Those people who have hazmat suits on, again, you would have quickly put them on before leaving, I would say. So you're not doing a shimmy in a small space. So yeah, both Iona and Captain Silver, again, you've got sort of almost like a dark green with a visor. You can see a little, you can see obviously out of it, but it's very dark to see inside. You've got your little communicators as well inside as well, with your armor on top, and you're probably readying whatever weapons you have. Dante, oh, go for it.
As we were going down the stairs to even get to this point, like I feel like some of the drugs are like starting to wear off.
Mhm.
Like Dante started off like, yeah, hopping down the stairs. Now it's just like, like breathing heavily and pretending not to, it doesn't hurt. It's fine.
JL will offer to like help you, like, so, but not sort of say anything, just sort of leave her hands out if you want.
I'll take one hand and use it as a
Okay.
crutch
Yep.
with my
Yeah.
sticky
Easy
stick.
enough. The way she sort of like grips you, you know, sometimes when you shake someone's hand and you go, oh shit, I was not prepared for that. It's that sort of gentle strength underneath it as she sort of supports your weight without being too intrusive. And you get into the elevator, and it starts to go down again, quite not dark, but it feels like what would be normally like a very stainless steel lift. You're all sort of not packed too closely, but definitely enough, and you can see the numbers start to go down. It's like 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, and there's a bing as the door opens. And let me make sure I get this right. Oh, that scared me then. Your cat.
Sorry, that's my very squeaky
your squeaky chair. It's your squeaky chair. Sorry. It's like, oh, where's that? TikTok. There you go. The area that you see is looks to be like a loading dock of some sort. It seems to be partially sort of caved in a little bit, and you can see that the rest, like again, there's like rubble and stuff. It's very cluttered. But you take a moment, those people in hazmat suits, and look around. There's a bit of fire and a bit of light, but nothing that would sort of like indicate that anything is here just now. Again, you haven't seen any too much in terms of blood or bodies or anything like that here. And you can see sort of towards your right, there seems to be corridors and stuff going off, which you think towards the reactor from the blueprints that you would have seen.
All right. So Iona and I need to go towards the reactor, and you guys need to stay away from radiation.
We'll meet you.
Back
Keep
us up.
watch.
We're gonna go beat up a lift.
Yes.
If I've understood the mission properly, which I may not have done.
No, that is correct.
Yeah.
You're doing great, Dante. An absolute trooper.
Aww. Dante's just gonna
Little
like,
awkward pat on the
reach
shoulder.
out and just like punch Iona slightly too hard through the hazmat suit. Just a bit like, oh, thanks.
So
Yeah,
those
okay.
in the hazmat suits slowly make them way out, and the doors. And again, that sort of silent running of an elevator going down. If I may, Private Dante, I do have one stop I need to do before the climber car.
Cool.
Excellent.
Sure, everyone else would be totally fine with that. So
Yeah.
it's legit. I didn't understand any of what Chaplin was talking about. Like, there was a lot of like looks and coded messages. It's probably just like synthetic TIFF things that I don't understand. Yeah.
Make for me a wits observation check, Dante, and that'll be plus your stress as well. I would also say it's an easy one, so you can add one more dice to your base pool.
Oh, thanks.
I know.
Okay, good, because I haven't got many.
Yeah, you're not so stressed anymore.
I'm not so stressed, which is the fact I'm not stressed at all. I'm just having a
No.
great time.
Yeah.
Okay. Wits observation, 2 successes.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh,
Oh.
things are looking up for me. Apart from my pain.
So the doors open again, and you come to a very, compared to the other levels you've seen, you've come to the outside of Fort Nebraska, where there's been rubble, there's been smoke, there's been fire, there's been this sort of tension. As you open the doors to this place, you can almost hear like gentle musica playing, almost like very white clinical walls with well, you would know as sort of fake plants, essentially, and a couple of like couches and stuff. And JL goes, "This way. I think it's around here somewhere."
Cool.
And if you follow, again, she sort of takes you through a couple of corridors that don't really have any signage or like the doors are sort of wedged open in some way, like they're sort of those sliding doors which are sort of open. You don't see any signs of damage or decay or anything like that here. If anything, the only things you sort of see is there's some scrape marks along the floor, like as if something had been pulled quite heavily out of a couple of the doors which are open. And she sort of goes, "Yes, I think it is." She says, "Try about it." Yes, here. And she goes into one of the it's sort of like a huge sort of, you sort of go through like double doors, and it's like huge, almost air hangar style rooms, that big, that would normally have like you'd think like an aircraft in it, but it's too below the surface to have it.
What level are we on right now?
Sub level 3.
We are on level 3. We just didn't
Yes.
go to the... Yeah, okay.
And
I might just ask her as we go into this place, like,
Mm.
okay, but
Mm.
do you happen to have any wheelie chairs here? Because, like, I'm not doing so great, and just, I it's flat here, so
okay.
chairs. Do you have any chairs? Do really?
Wait one moment. I will see if there's anything in the medical facility. And she
Might
walks off.
lean against a wall for a bit and just be like, oh.
Yeah, it's quite cold here, and you see these warehouse size rooms are quite vacant. There looks like there was there's mechanical scrap marches on the floor indicating that heavy equipment has been moved. But what catches your eye is sort of the last section, and maybe you sort of like lean a little closer to see it, and you can see that that this particular room is filled with like rows and rows and rows of cold storage stasis tubes, a little bit like the one that Colonel Myers was in. And
do we have any idea why Colonel Myers was in a cold stasis tube up top?
No,
seems
no
weird,
idea.
right?
Yes, it would
Seems
strike
weird.
you as
Okay,
odd.
good. Just
yeah,
checking
Yeah.
that is indeed weird. Good. Okay.
Yes, that
was
certainly
weird.
because from what you might have briefly glimpsed at, he wasn't wearing any clothes. Like he was wearing like his undergarments and stuff, as one would be if you were in stasis. You wouldn't necessarily wear like full stuff, as you would know as well. But there seems to be like a soft blue fluorescence light, and as you listen very carefully, there's almost like a whispered sort of bubbling coming from the back of the room. Jail's not returned yet, but would you like to do anything?
Don't feel great, but I'll go and peer in a tube out of interest. What
As
is
the lights
Marines
sort of-
in there?
Yes, you think maybe
Might need to
there's more
rescue
people
someone.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you look, you can see there are 12 tubes, and they're occupied. They are bubbling ever so slightly, but each one of them holds, suspended, a creature. Your stress level goes up by 1. It looks very much like the creature that was described to you of what happened to Wojciech. Sort of a long, elongated skull, a wrapped around tail, almost like in a fetal position.
They're just holding it.
Like suspended in the stasis tubes.
Oh, just in the middle, like floating in a tube.
Yep, 12 of them.
Can I would like to hop back to the lift.
Yeah. So you as you're hopping back to the lift, Jail appears.
Yeah.
There you are.
I forgot my wallet. I'm gonna keep hopping.
You hop and you're like desperately trying to
Yeah.
There seems to be something wrong, Private Dante. Please, I found you a wheelie chair. And you see there is a wheelchair which is provided, which has what would be like a normal sort of drip that
that's even
attached to
better.
it. Yeah, proper wheelchair. Please, take a seat.
I'm gonna so I've already pressed the lift button, right?
Yeah.
Okay. While I'm gonna keep an ear out for when the lift comes.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna turn round and be like, and I'm gonna like start pretending like that's great, and then I look at it and I'm like, no, that is actually pretty good. That's not. Oh yeah.
Please take a seat, Dante.
I will definitely do that, but look, I've got some medical issues that can only be solved by certain drugs. Real good drugs. And thing is, the Roach, that's the mate Roach, has the drug supply. I'll look around in case maybe I didn't hear the lift doors open. You know when time goes really slowly and you're like,
your heart rate seems to have elevated quite a bit.
Yeah, it's the pain. It's I'm in a lot of pain. I've got indigestion. I'm quite gassy. Like,
have you?
Yes, it's a hard life being a gunnery sergeant on the front lines of stuff. I'm just gonna pop back up, and then we'll right. I'm popping back up.
I don't think you are.
I'm
popping.
popping.
I've managed to lock the elevator.
How did you do that? Goddamn clever people with your brains. You don't fight fair. And I'm gonna bring out my gun, whatever fucking gun I have left. Like people who use smarts instead of explosive weaponry.
Please, there's no need for that.
Feel like there is.
You can see she's holding a sort of big bag as well, and with your perception check from earlier as well, your observation check, you notice that monogrammed on the side is M. Eckford. Now you see, I can't allow you to go back to your friends from what you've just seen. I need your help. I need you to help destroy what you've seen in the lab.
Oh. Well, yeah, no, I'm on board with that. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's, yeah. Sorry, I thought maybe you were like, I don't know, Chaplin said a lot of stuff and it kind of implied that you might be evil. It was a bit confusing. But if you want to destroy I'm totally sorry, I got confused.
No, I totally understand. I mean, well, he is inferior as a model.
I mean,
and
I don't want to get into your that seems
no. I just thought I'd make that point about it.
I wouldn't know about that. Seems racist, but yeah, I'm not going to comment. It's fine. Would you like me to shoot something?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I'm gonna start shooting at the pots.
Excellent. That sounds great. All right. Let's do a agility range combat with your weapons. What weapon are you using, Charmony?
Right. Okay. So their individual pods would blast help here. I've forgotten what's good.
Yes. Yeah. So a blast, basically,
they're
blast
close to
just
each
means
other.
Blast would mean that it would affect. It's like an area of effect essentially, but it's about. I'm guessing that you don't have you've got damage, but there's no bonus. There's no like a +1 or anything on the.
All my weapons have a +1, but my service pistol has a +2, but I'm not using.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, so it'll be So let's break it down for you. So we've got agility, range combat +1.
Yeah.
And then your plus your stress, and let me know what you get.
That's fine. Okay. I have got oh no, that's good. Wait, that's a 6 on the stress die, but that's a good thing. I forgot.
Yeah.
Which makes it. Wait, I rolled an 8 on one of these. These aren't D6s. 1 second, please. I rolled an 8.
That's
probably rectified. Oh, great. 2, so 3 successes overall.
Nice. Okay, so I need you to roll that blast damage if you're using your launcher. So that's whatever many d6s is.
Blast
9
d6s.
So roll those for me, please.
Okay, that one is 1 success.
Okay.
And I don't. Just that.
Yeah, just that. Don't worry, I'll help you out. So you sort of, and maybe a little bit trigger happy, but the glass containers they break apart easily, and there's this fluid that sort of goes on the floor. You break out 3 of these creatures, and it sort of wash on the floor.
Roach would be so proud of me right now.
They start to stand.
They can do that,
and they sort of shake off, and you see them sort of standing taller than you. And you can see what one of them's like. And they look around. And then the 3 of them scatter and go into different air ducts and corridors, but they're huge. You think that your weapon didn't do that much damage to them, but they did break them out of their tubes.
I see that now.
JL goes, oh dear.
Sorry, I thought that's what you meant. Is that not what you meant?
No.
Oh.
It's okay.
Rachel's gonna be mad. Can I see if my comms work?
Sure. They do work. Yes.
Captain.
What? Dante, are you okay?
Yeah.
You're at the Okay, we'll be going back to you hopefully pretty soon. What's up?
Cool. Giant 3 giant aliens, and I saw 3 giant aliens and they ran away.
Where did you see those? Are they
in level -3 where I am with Giles? Giles saw them too.
Why?
I tried to blow them up. That did not work. I may take some responsibility for this situation.
Why are you and Jael not at the lift? Why did you guys leave?
Well, we didn't get to the lift yet. We had to stop and get a wheelie chair and something else. I can't remember.
Why? Why did you have to? What are you?
Sorry.
Captain Jael sort of leans possibly a little bit too close to Dante. He's like, apologies, Captain. We just to let you know there are some dangerous creatures. I was not aware of that. So we'll head straight away to the climber car. But just be on your guard. There may be more of those things in the air ducts.
And maybe you could tell Roach about it so I don't have to. Cheers. Thanks. Bye.
Beep boop.
Okay, yeah, on the channel that goes to everyone,
Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna say there are 3 alien life forms in the air ducts now,
They're big.
and it is because of Jael and Dante.
That's not exactly what I said. I implied it. I didn't say it.
I feel like I'm the villain.
Chaplin
Meanwhile,
sighs and turns on the motion tracker.
all right, do a power supply check for me, please.
Oh boy.
No ones.
All
Oh,
right.
good. We're gonna need it.
Definitely
seem-
gonna need it.
For the time being, whilst you guys are in the mainframe room, doesn't seem to be any movement near you. But quickly going.
Great for
to
you
Captain-
guys.
Yeah, going to
Yeah,
Captain
good for you
Silver.
guys.
Captain Silver and Iona, you have made your way towards the fusion tower, which you know houses the reactor. You can see sort of rebuilt stuff that you would have known from that, educational video from your time coming down in the space elevator. You can see that it's been rebuilt from the original atmospheric processor, and you can see it's almost 3 stories tall. It goes out onto the top of the surface, but you sort of make your way across some sort of gantries or sort of metal sort of ladders and stuff like that, and eventually you sort of get there, but it is offline. In order for it to work, you think you need to do a heavy machinery roll and a comtech roll as well, to make sure that it is. And this is round the base tower itself. Sorry, you would then have to go. You can see over to one side there is like a relay room, which you would need to sort of like press the big button to make sure it's ready to go.
All right. I'm not great with heavy machinery.
Oh, I can give it a shot. It's been a long time since I've really done anything with it. But
So
no,
good at
yeah,
having machinery.
I got this. Yeah, I mean,
I'm good with comtech, so I can
yeah,
do the comtech stuff.
you can focus on
Yeah.
what you're good at. I'm
I want to remind
Good
you,
at driving.
you do have story points.
yes,
So
I
even
don't.
if you no, but
I
someone
don't.
does. Do you? Oh, you guys don't. Never mind.
Nope.
I do.
Oh wait, of
It's
course.
just the 2 of us, yeah.
You know why? It's because I've not given you your story points from Act 2. So I was meant to do that
Oh,
much earlier. So
right.
that's my bad on that front. So
Yeah.
quickly before we go to the break, and just see the time. I'm going to look at. So I did have it ready, and then I got distracted with people separating off, which is exactly what I want people to do. Cool beans though. Those are Act 3. Those aren't good to us here. Get away, Act 3. So I think from memory. Oh, there we go. Captain Silver, I think you have completed your agenda. So I'll give you a story point there. Chaplin, I definitely think you've achieved your agenda as well, so you would get a story point. Mason, I think technically you have. Those people you couldn't get back, I mean, it was going to be difficult to try and get their bodies back, I think, personally.
Yeah.
But everyone's here.
Yeah.
So, Iona, I don't think you have, which is a shame, I think. But oh well. And then Dante, oh yeah. I remember you talking to me about this agenda before. I was like, oh god. I think you've acted up to it. I think so. So I'd be happy to give you a story point.
Yeah, do it.
They do it. So unfortunately, that's everyone but Iona.
Aw,
Unfortunately,
Can I give mine to Iona?
No. You're gonna need it. Just keep yours. Keep yours.
I still
You're
have mine
gonna-
from last time. I got 2 now.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
need them both.
Okay.
So apologies. I was meant to do that before everyone left, and then I was like, oh, people's lifting up. Where are you going? So anyway, back to the fusion towers. So as I said, you think you need to just double check. It's like going to the actual machinery and just checking all the signals, etc., and then removing yourself from the radiation zone and then pressing the button there. And what I will say as well is that there is like an oppressiveness in this place. You can feel stuff pushing in on you. Maybe it's just because you're aware that there is radiation, but currently you're not taking radiation damage because you're wearing hazmat suits. You think if you weren't taking any, if you weren't wearing your hazmat suits, you'd probably take 1 rad per turn, which is 10 minutes, which you'll have as a separate thing on your sheet. And if that ever happens, we'll come to that as well. But just to let you know that currently you're not experiencing any effects of radiation because you're wearing hazmat suits.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's get this done and get out of here.
All right. So heavy machinery, is that strength heavy machinery?
Strength heavy machinery, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Iona can try and do that.
Mm-hmm.
Am I rolling now?
Yeah. Sorry. I thought you were doing it. Sorry, go for it.
That is a panic and 2 successes.
2 successes. All right, let's roll the panic then. So roll your d6 plus your stress level, please.
That is a 4.
A full total. Whoa, you're keeping it together. Just though. You're again, Iona. You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. And you're quickly going through stuff. And whereas normally you'd probably be like double checking things, writing stuff down in your little notebook, here you're just going for it. And yep, you manage to seal up or just check all the balances and stuff. And you think with the push of the comm check, but doing a comm check test in the relay room, you think it's ready to restart the reactor.
Okay. I think I got it, Captain. Everything looks normal.
Yeah,
as
you
normal
managed
as
to
it
reset
can.
it. Mm-hmm.
Good work. All right, let's go. Get this power back on.
Okay,
Right.
so Captain Silver, you sort of go a little bit ahead. Iona, I need you to roll me a wits observation check.
Why?
For
Funsies.
funsies.
Yeah.
That's no successes and no panic.
Oh, good. I mean, you could always push the roll.
I think I'm gonna push the roll.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm gonna push
Increase
the roll.
that stress. And roll again.
Still no successes, no panic.
Oh. That's fine. Captain Silver, you make it into the relay tower and Iona appears behind you. And you can
Wonderful.
see all the stuff. It looks like Iona's done a good job of resetting the reactor.
Wonderful. All right. Let's do this.
All right,
I heard an
and-
alien appears behind you, not Iona appears behind you, and I went, what?
That would be incredible.
That would have been so funny. Just like an alien.
It was
appears
just so
behind you. Great,
nonchalant.
all right,
I was like,
well.
huh?
Can I get a wits contact check from you, Captain Silver?
Yes, you may. Okay. All
Oh, and
right.
it's an easy one as well. So add another one because you've managed to.
All right. 2 successes, 1 panic as per usual. That is a 7 on the
Yay.
panic.
A 7. Oh dear.
Don't
Oh,
want to be panicky.
you are nervous. You can feel the sweat running down you as you're in your hazmat
That's-
suit.
Yeah, I am nervous. That's fair.
Yep, and Iona can see it as well. So
Yep.
your stress goes up by
Goes
1
up
for
by
both of
1.
you. Yeah,
For both
I
of us, all right.
remember that one very well.
and
Yeah, the cascading.
you press the button and you can hear like as very slowly there's the sound, a hum as the reactor comes online. The other thing I'd say as well, because of that other success you got, behind you, you notice another locker, And in it, you see there are 6 hazmat suits in there. However, as you go to scoop, you both hear a hiss. And as you sort of look outside from your little sort of platform, these creatures, 2 creatures, start to sort of unfurl themselves from around the reactor. You think the noise of it coming back online has woken whatever was hibernating here. And you can see these sort of like 4-legged, limbed creatures, a little bit smaller than you saw from before. A sort of like long, bony spine, a tail, and it's sort of like as they start to slowly descend on your position.
Okay. Captain.
We are. Don't worry.
Your stress level goes up again.
Oh, yay.
Don't worry.
Wonderful.
That was great.
I went from 2 to 5 in like 2 seconds.
Captain is such a good leader. I love it.
We're going to quickly go back to the Apollo mainframe before we go to break. Is there anything that the reactor team is doing, by the way, in terms of like, are you signaling to the team that the reactor is online and the power is starting up, or that sort of thing? Is there anything that you're going to try and do? Because if you are, I'm going to ask you to do a check for it in case those creatures hear you. You could be quiet, that's fine, but I just wanted to make sure, because basically all your actions are almost like sequential at this point.
I feel like we need to tell them the power's back on.
All right.
That way they can get out at least.
I need you, Captain Silver, to do a agility mobility roll to see how quietly you can contact people.
Am I still trembling?
You know what? I don't think you are, because you would have taken
Okay.
some time to go down. And also, you've just taken another condition. So I'm going to say that's your current condition on that. So that's me looking up that, but that's fine. It's all right, because I know what you're like, Abigail. You'll roll a 1 on the panic anyway, so I'm just...
You're so right, actually.
I know.
Yeah, I think Silva just like puts her hand on Iona's shoulder and gives it like a squeeze, like a nod, and she's like, and she grabs her transponder. Okay. Cool.
Agility, mobility with stress.
Okay, 2 successes, and you guessed it. You're never gonna believe it. You're literally never gonna believe it.
I think you got to get rid of that. Every time one of your dice rolls a 1, you just put it to one side.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's they don't roll once when I'm rolling the not stress die stuff. Like, so it's really interesting. So that's a 9.
So you drop an item. What items do you have left?
Not much. I've dropped a lot of
I know.
items. I have the wrist locator transponder that I'm using right now, a grenade launcher, a combat knife, and a service pistol.
Oh, we're gonna get rid of that grenade launcher. I don't think you need it in here.
All right.
Like maybe it just, rather than dropping it, because that would be really obvious. Like, oh, there it is. I think you suddenly realize that it's been like, you see actually maybe, because you were in the pit with the silt, right? So you discover that weapon has been infiltrated by the silt and it's almost rusted. So you can't use it, unfortunately.
All right.
You might be able to find another weapon like it somewhere in this vicinity.
Nah,
but the more important thing is that your action isn't cancelled, and also you don't scream. So you manage to blip blip. And what do you say to your team? Oh,
I say,
and your stress level goes up by 1.
Oh, that's so nice. So great. I can't wait to roll more stress dice than I'll roll 1.
Sorry.
And I'll just be like, Iona and I got the reactor to work. There are 2 monsters. Those alien things. They're descending on our position. We'll try to get back. But it's really quiet. I just
Yeah.
don't know if my mic
Yeah,
would
yeah.
pick that
Really
up.
quiet.
Stage
Yeah.
whisper.
You're whispering, yeah.
Yeah.
It barely registers. All right, into the Apollo mainframe. What are you guys doing?
That's what Chaplin's been waiting for. Gonna start hacking the system.
Do it.
Um,
A wits contech check for me, please.
that is one success.
It feels like hours to Mason, just waiting for the okay. But Chaplain, your fingers are almost like a whir as you're going over the things, and you sort of, and you get the access. Down on the sub-level 3, Dante, you can hear roughly in the distance somewhere, you can hear the as the clamps of the climber come off. Sorry, unlatch.
Yeah.
Explode. So yes, it seems that you now have access into the climber car now, a lot easier than you would have. And that is where we're going to take the quickest break possible.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. If you're watching, keep with us. We're into the sort of finale or the Act 3 bits of Destroyer and as well. Will our team be able to get off Ariarchus? Only time will tell. We'll be back in 5. Keep hydrated. Take all the things you need to do, and we'll see you back in 5.
Fiona, you're muted.
Well, who knew? I'm getting too excited. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Hello and welcome back to the final part of Alien Amongst Us. And as always, thank you for the final time, probably. Thank you, Free League, for sponsoring this stream. Now, we're going to head on right back into the action. So, when we last left off Charlie Team, we had managed to restart the reactor, but let's say a few more creatures have got out of containment by the actions of JL. Possibly manipulating Dante, who knows? Just pushing the button and seeing how far it goes. But also there seems to be gremlins in the reactor as well, which have cornered Sergeant Iona and Captain Silver. But let's remain with the Apollo mainframe room with Chaplin and Mason. So you've managed to I'm in hack-wise, and you can see all the lights sort of going up and indicating that the climber car is ready to be accessed and is primed to go up the space elevator.
Elevator's ready.
Oh,
Go. Get in as quick as possible.
JL, did you unlock the blonk blonk blonk?
It's fine. Look.
Oh.
She opens the door. And opens.
I think Roach is very on edge right now and very aware of any and all vents in the room after what was said. But at the knowledge that the cart has gone live, if you will, kind of comes over, checks Chaplin, and will give Chaplin a kiss and say, "Listen, if you need me to kill that Jael, you just let me know. Take her head right off."
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I'll help if I can.
Yeah. Listen, she doesn't get to have you, okay? Because you're not hers.
No, I'm not hers. That's for sure.
Okay. Right. Are we going down to them?
I was going to see if there's any
okay, yeah. I mean
doors I could close from here, or security systems I could turn on, or something like that, and just try to see if there's anything what the Apollo mainframe gives me access to, and if any of it's helpful.
Not a lot of it is helpful just now. A lot of it is unlocking the outer defenses, which I think you've pretty much unlocked anyway. You can also see that down on sub-level 3 is some maps that come up, which, again, we don't have enough time to explore, but you can see there's lots of rooms called cold storage. You can also see on, let me just make sure I get this right, there's also a firing range on sub-level 3 as well, and weapons testing lab. But more interestingly, on sub-level 2, where you can see sort of where the reactor was, this huge sort of fusion tower, and this sort of room which you suspect your colleagues are in just now, the sort of reactor relay room. On the other side of it, you see a quite large area named ammo depot. And you suspect that is where any of the nuclear stuff would be. Okay. At this point, not privy to your conversation, JL will lean close to Dante and just press the button on Dante and go, is there a plan to eradicate any of these creatures? Do you need us to go to the nuclear warheads still, Captain?
I could do a big explosion if you need it. This is like, give me Captain, yeah, do you need a big explosion at all? I'm in charge here. I didn't catch that. You blew out the comms.
Just
she told us that she had 2 in the room with her. Well, that was on an open channel, wasn't it?
Forget that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. What I meant was very
JL didn't though. So
yeah. JL did not.
What I meant, wait, are you alive?
Yeah, we're alive.
All right. Shall we blow things up, Captain?
Wait until we're not here anymore.
just prep to blow things up.
We need to
Mm.
prep. They all need to get destroyed.
There's
Actually,
ammo
can we get
in
out?
the yellow door, and behind the red door is more guns potentially. A weapons testing place. If you need extra ammo.
I'm gonna open all the doors. The lift's working now.
Yeah,
It was
get in
always
the lift.
working. So come down and hang out with us. I'll
Yeah,
protect you.
We'll try. And then we are going to the elevator, but we do need to find a way to destroy all this. I do agree.
It really hurts that Captain Silver's disappointed in me. I'm just like, oh.
Could we I'll also roll the same character, Chaplain, I think we should go down and do backup for Silva.
Oh
And
yes.
Iona.
And there's no, I can't set up the timer, the self-destruct timer from this computer. No, that would need to be in the reactor.
We'll have to go
Okay.
down. Mhm.
Yeah, let's go help.
So to be clear, there is a mixture of the reactor. You can certainly Silver can do a delay on that, but what JL has told you is that there are nuclear warheads here. So
Right.
those are the things that you could set off with a delay. So yeah, you think from what you know, Chaplain, it will take a long time to overload this nuclear reactor because it was offline. If it was already going, you could do like the end of Alien,
Mhm.
where it's like a
boop.
yeah, exactly, with
Mhm.
the coolant towers, but it's going to take too long, you think, if you want, or you won't be able to judge it. Like it's going to take longer to get up to speed, and then an extra however many shifts it would be to overload it. Whereas the nuclear warheads, there'd be a program to set them off, but you could have a delay that they go off and then hit the base. But you'd have to be down there. This computer does not do it remotely.
Okay.
And
All
that's
right, let's head down.
third level, is it? The nuclear
No,
warheads.
Second
Second.
level.
Right.
Mhm.
And the two people who have the suits are already there.
Yes.
We can start heading down.
Yeah, we don't have hazmat suits though. Let's keep that in mind.
Right. And before they leave, Chaplain will kiss Roach back. Just while I've got the chance.
Yeah. Let's not make that our last, okay? Because
No.
I
No
would like
chance.
to survive this, please. Thank you. Yes.
Captain Silver and Iona. These creatures haven't found you yet, but they are definitely sniffing and moving around as if they're looking for something.
Captain, I want to get out of here.
Me too. We need to get to the lift.
Yeah, I'm way ahead of you. Iona's gonna try and start getting out as quietly and quickly as possible.
Excellent. All right, I need you to do an agility mobility check with a -1 to your base pool. These creatures are looking, so they're going to try and spot you. So it was going to be an opposed check, but I'll let you go first. That's the sound of them hunting. By the
And
way.
these ones are they're like little dogs. They're like little four-legged. creepy things.
They're not as big as the one that you've seen, I'd say, Dante. So yeah,
I thought the one that I'd seen was like a humanoid one, and this was like a.
It is. The one that you've seen.
These
is
are
similar
different
to
ones.
the one
Yeah.
Yeah, these are different ones.
Yeah,
but they're
okay.
pretty big. Yeah.
Okay. Big dogs.
I'll be
Big
following behind.
All right, we'll get to
Or
your own check
with
in a
Iona.
second.
Yeah.
We'll get your own check in a second. What did you get, Iona?
I got a success and a panic.
Oh no. Let's do that panic check for me, please.
That's an 8.
Okay. Iona, you are slowly going down the metal rings of the stairs. You're trying not to, the rungs of the stairs, sorry. You're trying not to be too loud. Going as quickly as you can. Maybe you hide behind a few things as these creatures sort of Nazgul style, sort of as they start to wander around. and you realize that you've dropped your postcard, your signature item. It's in the room. Would Iona go back for your postcard?
Devastated, but no.
No.
No, I think getting out is the more important thing right now.
Yeah, you feel it in your heart, that little slice of somewhere not here, a different alien beach. So you grit your teeth. You make it down the corridor. Captain Silver, I would also like you to do an agility mobility check, please.
All right, that is one success, but guess what?
Oh, let's go.
Oh, that's a 12.
You
Is that
follow.
Scream?
It is Scream. You follow down where Iona went, and you slip on one of the stairs. And as a result, even though you catch yourself, that suddenness, you go, and instantly 2 heads snapped into your direction. Let's roll combat, but just Captain Silver, please. Unless Iona wants to come in on us.
Can I make eye contact with Iona and mouth run?
You certainly can. But I'll leave it up to, I mean, you're more than welcome to. You're more than, sorry, I just saw the Discord chat then. I was like, oh, what's that picture from? Yes, so let me get my own dice rolled up. So when we do combats in Alien, normally it's done with initiative cards, but unfortunately we can't really do that. It's not as fun here. So we're going to roll a d10, and that from lowest to highest will go in that order. So, what did you get, Captain Silver?
Let's see. I got a 9.
All right. Iona, are you going back for your captain, or are you leaving?
No. I'm running.
Good.
Yeah.
Follow orders.
Okay. So, you got a 9?
I got a 9.
Okay. I would like Mason. Can you roll for me the first attack of this creature? So
No, oh god.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's so fun on the other side of it.
I can't remember if this is bad or not.
What did you get?
Got a 6. I can't remember if
It's not good.
okay. Because when I rolled an injury, I was like, oh no, 2 1s. Okay. Okay. Jesus Christ.
This creature runs straight for you. Like it sort of zips in and out horribly towards you, Captain Silver. You have barely any time to react. It's going to open its outer jaws, and the deadly inner jaws sort of lean out, gnashing in intimidation before snapping forward towards you. The attack has a strength of 9 base damage. If it causes any damage, it will automatically inflict critical injury 64, which kills the victim in 1 dreadful blow. So, I'm going to roll the dice. You do have armor, so we can roll that, but we'll see. Okay? So let me roll my 9 dice first.
Okay.
Okay. What's your armor?
6.
Okay, roll 66, please.
That's no successes, so I'm gonna use my story point to have 1 success.
Okay.
But I don't think it's enough.
It's not enough, unfortunately. I rolled 2 successes.
Ah.
What's the last thing that Captain Silver does?
I think by telling Iona run, Captain Silva knows that this is her last stand. So I think she mouths to Iona, "Run," and then turns around and grabs her gun as if she's going to go and like try to fight. But she knows, and so she just stands there ready and yelling because she's trying to get the attention on her, knowing that there's potentially 3 other creatures around too. So she's like, Iona's got to get out of here. So I can't let my crew go through this. So she's making her last stand and going out quickly.
Your screams and your shouts attract the 2 that are in the reactor, and Iona, you don't hear. You bolt out of there, and the sounds of the humming of the reactor covers the last words or the last bits of Captain Silva as the 2 creatures bear down on her. And she doesn't even have a chance to shoot off a bullet. Iona, where are you going?
Down to sub-level 3 where the elevator group is.
Okay. I'd say at this point, I'm guessing Chaplain and Mason, you've gone to the elevator yourself, so that the door opens and you see both of you, and you see Iona stood there. Oh, and Iona, stress level goes up.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
Sorry, I always forget.
Just, by the way, stress.
By the way. Exactly.
Where's the captain?
She fell behind.
Understood.
Can we hear?
Let's
Can
go.
we hear anything? Well,
I think at this distance you wouldn't.
Am I pinging anything? I brought the motion scanner with me.
I'm just trying to think, it's long distance indoors. Yeah. You can see there are 2 sort of life signs quite far away from you at this point. Like seem to be converging on the spot.
We should be okay for now, but we should go.
Let's get going.
Is anyone here going to the ammo depot on this level? Just making sure, because that is here.
right.
We could reload your fire thing.
When I say ammo depot, I meant
The nuclear
The
warheads.
nuclear warheads.
Oh, yes.
If we want to nuke this place,
Yeah.
that's here.
Yeah.
And this is me as the gamer, that you do not have to do this. But I'm just letting you know that that is an option here, but it has got some great risk.
I would like to.
Elevator is the only way off this planet.
Yes.
Right.
The not this elevator, but the sky climber car. Yeah, because we're in the regular elevator, right?
You're on the regular elevator, about to go down to sub-level 3, where Dante and JL are waiting.
Iona will not suggest going for the warheads.
Makes sense.
I think that the risk of letting these things live is too great to humanity. I want to go. But we can figure out another way if we don't do it.
Do we have any idea how far away from the elevator it is to the armor room?
Conveniently, it's down a lot of corridors and behind various metal doors. Conveniently.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Convenient.
Could you imagine if it was just like next to the elevator?
Just right and just
that's
reach
really
over and
bad.
like
It's actually just a panel on the wall.
That would be very bad. I mean, I know the Marines aren't great at their command, but their infrastructure is like, you know?
Yeah.
Chaplain, if you think that's what you want to do, I trust you to set it and make it back in time.
I'll come with. We need to fix this. Even if it's the last thing we do.
Chaplain will
Right.
squeeze Roach's hand.
Let's do
I
this.
You
will
should
meet up
you
with
should get to
Dante
safety.
in jail then.
Mm-hmm. Be on your guard down there.
Yeah.
Right.
If only 2 of you can get out, pick Dante, please.
Noted.
Sorry. Good luck.
You too.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Gun it ready.
exchange- Yeah, you exchange places,
Mhm.
Iona, into the space elevator, going down to sublevel 3. And let's stay with Chaplain and Mason. So as you sort of make your way to the ammo depot, that oppressive feeling that I described before happens. You take 1 rad damage. And excuse me. Yep. Excuse me. Patsy Alice, can you move off the books? Because I need this to. Yeah, I know. It's very important though. Thank you. Sorry.
No, Fancy Alice, keep doing your thing. You're doing great, sweetie.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Fancy Alice can have whatever she wants.
Well, oh, she don't look at me like that.
We're enabling her.
I'm gonna have to roll a d6, aren't I?
You will in a second. Let me just double check something about radiation. So let me read it out because we've not done radiation here on the stream before. So the world of Alien contains many places where you will be exposed to hard radiation on a spacewalk near a dying star, for example, or when you try to repair your ship's leaking reactor core. You gain radiation points or RADs that accumulate in your body. This checks off the RAD boxes on your character sheets. So this is 1 RAD currently. Every time you gain a radiation point, you must roll a number of d6s equal to your current total accumulated. For every success in the roll, you take a point of damage. So,
Okay. So we roll 1
it.
dice. Yeah.
You roll 1 dice, but let me read it. If you're broken by the radiation damage, you must make a death roll each time you get another rad, or until you are removed from the radiation hotspot. As long as you remain inside the hotspot, you cannot recover health in any way. So currently, both of you need to roll 1d6 and let me know if it's a 6. 3, 2, okay. So you go through and you manage to go through one of the bigger doors, and it is, the ammo depot. All manner of ammunition, explosive missiles can be found here. There's some smaller stuff in lockers, and there's larger missiles down in one of the bays. Your eyes are immediately drawn to 10-meter nukes, which are stored horizontally. Well, they're warheads that are removable. You would be aware of that. You also see, littered around this particular room, 9 crushed marine bodies, almost littered around as if almost like bowling pins, as if something's just gone straight through them. What is your plan?
Priority number 1, set nukes. I'm assuming Chaplain is going to be able to do that. I am going to cover Chaplain until that job is done, because I think both Chaplain and I know that this may well be the last thing we do, but we have to do it.
Right.
So I'm going to cover to make sure that is the case. But after that, I want to try and look for anything that is going to be able to create fire.
Yeah.
To cover our way out if we manage that far.
Sure. What I will
Shockingly,
say is
we are entirely in sync with what we want to do.
Yes.
What I would say, it's not a comm check. Sorry, that's me sort of giving you false hope. It will be a heavy machinery roll instead.
That's fine.
Yeah. The other thing I would say as well, you would notice that 2 of the Marines on the floor are wearing hazmat suits.
Oh. Oh, but that does mean taking the armor off to put it on. Hum nom 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 nom. Okay.
Oh no, I would have to take my armor off.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to undress in front of you in this last moments we're alive.
This incredibly dangerous leaking radiation room.
Yeah, it's definitely the time for
And
that.
Let's
Listen,
take a
people
rain
make
check on the
silly
nudity.
decisions in horror movies. Okay.
Later, Roach.
Later. Can I try to
Um,
assist mostly by doing what I am instructed to do from Chaplain, holding things,
Mhm.
pushing things when they need? Just I want to assist in this so that I'm not being passive.
Absolutely. So yeah, you would be add 1 to your heavy machinery roll, Chaplain.
And I'm assuming I don't want to use the plasma cutter right.
I mean,
No.
do you
Or
want
what-
to use the plasma cutter?
Only if I could do it with it only being helpful. I don't know. It seems it seems
yeah.
like not like I want to break it, but more like I want to make it work good. I don't know.
I mean, put it this way, if you don't get any successes with the plasma cutter, probably bad things will happen.
Yeah,
I'll leave it up to you.
this is fine. I don't need the plasma cutter.
I believe in you.
That's cool.
I don't need plasma cutter.
I have 2 successes.
Nice. So, you are very slow and careful and deliberate, and eventually you're also strong enough to do this as well, to detach one of the sort of warheads and slowly detachable sort of the housing of it essentially, and you're able to put it down onto one side and sort of reconfigure it to have an 8-hour delay. The other thing with that additional success, let me look at some stunts quickly.
Come on, baby, we gotta survive. Let's go.
Peppermint will just be like, "Oh no!" Just kidding.
I would suggest with that extra stunt, here's the ones you could use. You could either get a +1 to a later roll. You don't need to roll again for this exact situation. Half the usual time, break it permanently, you act quietly, or you show off. I would suggest you act quietly.
That sounds really good. Yeah.
Yep. Because as you are slowly putting it down, you notice on the floor there are splodges. What you thought was like maybe blood splodges or something from the Marines. And you remember where, sort of, as I described it, almost like knocked over by sort of almost like bowling pins. You see on the floor, actually, it's not blood, it's burnt splodges into the floor. And you sort of look up, and across from you, about 30 feet, coming round another one of the missiles, is another one of these creatures. Mason, you also see this. Your stress level goes up. This creature, though, is big. Its sort of haunches look almost like as if geared in some way. It didn't skip leg day, so to speak. And its sort of skull, the way it sort of faces, looks even hardened. You can see there are bullets, which you think is a mad thing to do in the middle of a warhead nuclear storage solution. But you can see where it has been hit by some stray bullets or some maybe obvious bullets, I don't know. And you can see where the acid has sort of dripped down its face, creating sort of scars going down its face onto the floor as it's sort of dinosaur-like making its way across, and then sort of notices you. Well, doesn't notice you because you're acting quietly. But I'd like you both to roll combat for me, please.
Is it big like
Yeah.
ooh, it thick, or is it big like mama big?
It's not mama big.
Okay, that's okay. That's slightly less stressful.
Ooh, she
Ooh, she thick.
I got 4.
Okie dokie.
I am so stressed.
Yeah.
This creature, I will tell you now, only has 1 initiative.
Love that.
Okay, so we have 4. What was yours, Mason?
1.
1. Mason, you get to act first. What do you do?
Is it the opposite side of the room or in our way for escaping?
It is the opposite side of the room. It's not in a way. It's not in the way of you escaping.
Okay.
But if you make any sudden movements, it might be on your side of the room very quickly.
Yeah. Okay. And we're like at these warheads. Is there a way to Homer Simpson into the bush my way, like around a corner?
Yeah. Agility, mobility check for me, please.
Okay. I'm gonna try and move real quiet. Sure, this is gonna go just fine. I'm not as stressed as I thought I might be. Well, that's weird.
I know.
Oh, we de-stressed a little before, didn't we? Okay.
You did.
And we weren't down in the hellhole. Okay. Ability. Agility. Two sixes. No one's on the yellow dice. I have a couple ones on the black, but we're.
Do you want to push the roll? Or I think you still got some story points, right?
I do have a story point.
You've also got story points.
So does that just give me an extra success, basically?
Yes.
I will use one of them, yes.
Okay.
To give me 3.
Okay. You maybe, I think with that, you maybe tap Chaplain gently on the back to indicate I'm hiding.
Just tug on that polo shirt. Let's go.
And then you sort of slide back in between a couple of rows. And again, it's quite incredible. Imagine Indiana Jones. It's like it belongs in a museum, but it's a museum of warheads. You're sort of like making your way like sort of in between boxes and in between these warheads, and you're just trying to be as quiet as you can, maybe taking a longer route back, but in order to keep that safe. So you manage to currently be unobserved for now.
Yeah.
Next up.
I'm not turning my back on that thing though.
No. Chaplain.
I think getting out quietly sounds like a lovely idea. So
right.
I'm gonna try to escape.
Operate in stealth mode.
Agility, mobility, please.
Turn on my camouflage. Oh, I don't have that.
No.
Cool. All right. Let's
go into John Cena mode.
Hey, that's a success.
It's
a single success.
Ooh, story point.
You need to use
probably a good idea to use a story point. Yeah, I'm gonna make that 2 successes.
All right, 2 successes. Okay, yeah. Sorry, one of my dice went on the floor. Doesn't count.
Oh. Automatic 1.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you follow. You're not at the same quick pace that Mason does, but you definitely sort of shrink back a little bit and then taking its time. The creature doesn't seem to spot you. It's now the creature's turn, and I need Captain Silver, or formerly Captain Silver. I'd like you to roll. Yeah, I'd like you to roll a d6 for me, please.
Alrighty. That's a 3.
Okay. I'm going to do another observation check. If I am able to spot, because we've got 3 and 2, if I'm able to spot one of you, that will come to head. Fancy Abs, don't eat my book. I'm in the middle of something. Like, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4.
My heart is just thumping at my chest.
No successes. This creature is like snarling and pumping away. If it had succeeded, it would have been a beastly bite. It takes a huge bite from its victims. If the attack causes any damage, it inflicts critical injury 61, even if the victim isn't broken. So probably good. Top of the round, Mason. You're stealth. You're currently stealthed. And you're trying to make it back. This creature is stalking. It's almost like like sniffing, but it hasn't got a read on either of you yet.
Muted.
Careful,
Yeah,
cautious
sorry.
movements to the elevator, please.
All right, I need you to do. It's quite far away, this elevator. I need you to do a agility mobility check, and I'm going to say, if you want to push yourself to do it, you could either out the way, fancy us, because you made it past the difficult bit, which is all the warheads and stuff. But I think to get there ASAP, you would be at disadvantage. So I think it would be like a hard check.
Okay.
So -2 to your base pool.
-2 to my base pool, but that means that I'm moving quickly.
That you'd probably, if you succeed, you'd get to the elevator.
Okay. I will take that risk.
All right.
Listen, we're playing hard, aren't we? This is the end of story. Let's go, everyone. Okay. One success.
One success. Oh, you gonna sit down here?
Do I want to? You know what?
You gonna push the roll?
I think I am going to push the roll. I want more than one to make this a clear.
Thank you.
We have 2 more, so that's 3 successes. I do have 1 on the panic.
Oh dear.
Come on, nerves of steel. 7.
7. You start to tremble. Oh no, nervous twitch.
Nervous.
Which makes sense.
I'm a little stressed, yeah.
Yeah. You desperate. You're trying not to break into the run.
Yeah.
But you are power walking quite quickly, and you make it to the elevator. But that is your stress level increased.
Is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chaplain.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Chaplain isn't quite mobile enough to feel comfortable doing it the fast way.
Yep.
I'm gonna go at whatever pace gives me 6 dice to roll instead of 4.
Okay.
And that's 1 success. I'll take it.
Okay. Let's go for Jill. Can you roll for me a d6?
I sure can.
Oh god.
That's a 5.
Chaplain, even with your success, you can hear this creature getting angry. You can hear it sort of, and you can almost feel its anger moving from aisle to aisle. And as you manage to back away, you feel a tail whip out in front of you, not hitting you, but hitting one of these sort of warheads as it's sort of angry looking for its thing. Doesn't make any damage because it didn't find you and it didn't find the warheads, but it's sort of like the leaks are even better. So actually, you would take another point of rad damage, Chaplain. You are not you're still in the room, and I need you to roll 2d6.
Okay. One of those is a 6. That's another point of damage.
It is, and you're already broken, right?
That is correct.
Can I get Shamini? Can you roll for me the critical injuries of 1d6?
Boston always rolls 5. High bad now? I feel like high is bad now.
High is bad now.
High used to be good.
The injury that you get from, you can feel suddenly inside there is almost like something burning as various bits of your fluid starts to sort of like break and rupture as you realize that your insides are disintegrating at a rapid rate. You have severe chassis breach, internal organs spill out, and the android is completely immobilized. you are suddenly stuck in place.
Oh.
You would see this, Mason, as your friend is moving their way back, and you can see maybe outside one of their trouser suit or anything like that, like fluid starting to gush and covering the floor in a sort of white, pale pool. It's now the creature's turn. Emily, can you roll a d6 for me, please? I know.
I thought that was the creature's turn.
No, that was the radiation, unfortunately.
Okay. I rolled a 5.
No, you're right.
The
I'm so
tail,
sorry.
because the tail.
Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Sorry. My bad.
Okay.
Take it back. Thank you for correcting me.
Woo.
Mason.
I'm gonna go pick up Chaplin to take them into the elevator.
Okay. This is going to be a strength stamina roll.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Okay.
with a -1 because you're carrying someone.
Yeah. Okay. 3 successes. What a panic.
Okay.
Down to 5.
Down to 5.
Yeah.
You keep it together.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
You suddenly you don't care anymore.
No.
You rush to your friend, you grab them, like strong arm them, and just pull and pull and pull as this creature suddenly hearing you, and you pull and pull and pull, and it sort of comes around the corner, and you're into the elevator, and you're like, so you're in the elevator. It's going to close. Chaplain, unfortunately, in your turn, you are immobilized. You can't do anything.
Cinematically, as it's closing, can I flip it off?
Sure, but I am going to get it to do one last thing if it can get there in time. If it can try and open the doors. So, Sharmony, could you roll for me a d6?
Low number.
Low number.
It wasn't a low number, it was a 6.
Okay. So, it's going to try and open the door.
No!
If it does so, it will enact that action. Let me see. Okay. I'm only rolling 4d6. I think it's quite a tough thing, so it does need 2 successes because you've got so many good successes on that, so it'll need 2 to open the door. But it's only got 4 because weirdly, it's strong in its legs. It has teeny tiny arms.
It missed arm day.
Missed arm day.
It's T-Rex. Okay.
No successes.
Oh my
The doors.
goodness.
And
Ah!
you hear this creature like bashing and beating itself on the door as the lift.
Oh, I'm just
That's
like
the power of love.
I'm just holding Chaplin really closely. You're like that too tight when you're a little panicked, and I'm just be like, I got you. Even though they're probably not on and can't hear me, but yeah.
You hear just a little bit of.
Okay, yeah, nice. Okay, I don't know how to fix you.
Let's go back a few minutes. Let's go back a few minutes when Iona joins downstairs. So Iona, you are in the lift, and boop, it opens, and you can see a little further away. You haven't got very far, Dante, unless you told me otherwise.
Can I send? So I'm like going really slowly right now, and I'm hopping and grunting. Can I have sent Jael ahead?
Yeah, absolutely. She'll go ahead. She'll go and make
to the place to the.
Yeah, she'll make sure that the climate car is ready. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I feel like Iona, you just sort of see like Dante just like
hobbling.
Like just dying.
Iona will like do that like quick shuffle walk forward and like help brace Dante on her shoulders and just be like, Dante,
Iona.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm here
Danielle?
to look after you. Don't worry, I got a gun, I'm gonna look
Right.
after you. Where's the captain? I gotta look after the captain. If anyone comes, I'm gonna shoot him. That's what I'm here for. Look after y'all.
The captain and I got attacked.
Oh shit. Who do I shoot? Where do I shoot? Where's the captain?
We need to keep going.
What, does she need help?
I don't think that we can do anything for her right now.
I'm gonna put my hands on like sort of both Iona's shoulders and like fully just like holding myself up. I'm like, I'm gonna look after you. Okay. So
Okay.
I don't feel great though. I don't feel great at all.
You don't
So-
look too great.
No, it's not. I need more drugs. Do you have the drugs? And I'm gonna like be gripping and just like shake her a little bit.
I don't have any painkillers for you, but like we can get onto the elevator and maybe there'll be some kind of medical supplies there. There's multiple levels, right?
Okay. I'm gonna just like, yeah, I don't know. She is more and more just like gripping onto you and just like almost pulling you down as we walk.
Mhm. Yeah. I'd say you get pretty close to the elevator. Let me go and see if there's anything special. And yet you would see as Dante is sort of pulling you / like gripping onto you, your Dante, Iona, you see again little bits of these cold storage things like empty. You can see that there's things been scraped along the floor there, and maybe you see a glimpse of broken glass and stuff and things as you're sort of taken away from that. But yeah, you continue ahead to the elevator, the climber car, sorry. And yeah, you can see JL is stood on the outside of it in the loading bay. Let me just make sure I've got everything. Yeah. The plastic corridor sort of give away to the walls and ceilings of like sculptured sort of like resin riddled with gaping orifices and steam sort of valves. You know, it's pretty much the underbelly. I was thinking you come out of a very nice medical facility into, oh god, the garage, you know, that sort of feel. There you can see the open hatch to the space elevator lies ahead, and you can see JL is sort of there, like just double checking the sort of the doors and stuff, and sort of turns to you both and is like, "Are we ready to leave?"
I'm gonna look at Iona.
Chaplain and Mason went to the warheads. We can radio in, ask if everything's going to plan.
Of course, please.
So Iona will get on the radio and Mason, Chaplain, report in. How's it going?
You'll be in the elevator at this point.
Yeah. Warheads are armed. We're on our way down. Chaplain's hurt. They can't move. Gonna head to the space car.
Can you get her here on your own?
Yeah. Listen, I
Okay.
carried the captain down a building. I'll be good.
We'll be ready to go when you get here.
Roach hasn't missed arm day. Yeah. Yeah. Get it ready to move if you can.
Working on it, definitely.
Okay.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Dante, your chest really hurts.
I think the nosebleed is back again as well.
Yeah.
And she's just in the doorway. Or like we've reached like just the doorway between the thingy and the corridor. And she like wipes like blood and then like clutches onto Iona again, just like clutching her stomach.
Proper death grip. Something's not right.
Dante, what's going on? Are you?
It's the
This
drugs.
isn't-
It's the drugs were enough. I've got
I don't think this is from the drugs. Were
indigestion. There's a lot of indigestion going around right now, I heard.
Were you injured at any point beyond your leg?
My legs, I broke my leg, and I really
You're
need
sort of
more
sliding
drugs.
down. Iona, you can't hold your weight up as the pain is too much in your stomach, and it sort of moves up to your chest. And Iona, you can see something is moving. I know. Something is moving in Dante's chest.
Dante?
I'm almost trying to like the grip. I'm trying to pull Iona down.
I think Iona is starting to push Dante away at this point.
I'm not letting go.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do the strength off then. Let's just do, oh god. Let's just do I think it's just straight strength, to be honest with you. Strength plus your stress roll, please. Stress level.
Oh, come on. Now is not the time. I have 2 successes and a panic.
I have 2 successes and no panic.
Okay.
But I will.
Wait, let's do the panic roll first, because that might negate.
That's an 11.
Oh god.
You're trying to seek cover. It makes sense. You're trying to
trying to get away from Dante pulling her down.
But you're currently on, I think it was at 2 each. So you're at successes.
I had 2 successes, yeah.
Yeah, you're at a stalemate, so to speak. You can't let go, but you're not moving anywhere.
I would like to use a story point.
You can use a story point. So you're pulled closer. Iona.
Not even Dante, it's just me. I'm bitch right now.
I love it. I'm okay, absolutely okay with Iona just awkwardly tumbling down with Dante, very much hey, what? I mean, there's something wrong, Dante. You got
not even listening.
Iona's gonna try
gasping and
for her
scratching
pistol.
What's Dante's final action?
I think but I think it's this sort of desperation of survival, of gripping into Iona with freaking claws. She's not on it enough to, be aware of danger or what to do anything. It's just here's something I can hold on to, and she's gonna hold on to it.
Does she say anything?
No, she's gasping and probably at this point coughing up blood.
Yeah. Horrible black streaks come through as beneath you, Iona, you feel the chest crack and cave as something between you tries to make its way out, and a horrible screeching yell has been between you.
Oh my god.
Let's roll initiative.
Oh my god.
Charmony, you can roll 2d10s for me, please. I know.
Do that. Oh god.
That is a 7 for me.
A 7.
I don't know.
It's all right. Take your time.
I've only got the 2d10s, which are the 10s of the d10s, which always confuses me.
It's fine. We'll work it out together. Don't worry.
That's a 7 and a 3.
7 and a 3. Okay, so one of your attacks will go first. I now want you, Shamli, to roll a d6 for me, please.
Do I want it to be high? I don't want it to be low. I don't know. Where are my allegiances right now? Oh, it's a 6.
Baby chest burster.
You were a really good driver.
A 6.
Fuck off.
Okay, so, and it's so totally, it weirdly works. So 6 beneath you, Iona, you see a horrible sort of creature trying to unfurl itself. It's no bigger than the length of your arm. It's got little paws and a horrible tail, but the thing you see instantly before it leaps at you is teeth. A lot of teeth. This is throat bite. The chest burster squeals a high-pitched shriek and goes for the throat. Shamini, I'm going to ask you to roll with 8 base die, and if any damage is caused, it immediately inflicts a critical injury 61.
Roll 8d6s.
roll 86s. Iona, you will have armor.
No successes.
But you have a story point though.
I was going to ask you about this. Does the alien have a story point?
Well, this is Dante, right?
Is it?
This is your
I would
baby.
I would allow you to use that story point.
This is philosophical question here. Who I am right now. I'm very confused. I will use it. Yes, I will.
Okay.
I will. Yeah.
One, so you
Oh
have
yeah,
one
my
success.
last. Yeah.
All right, so let's roll that armor for us, Iona, please.
To the 6 dice. That's 1 success.
Okay, so you do not cause any damage. This thing goes for your throat, and instinctively, Iona, you put your guard up, and it grips in. It bites into the thing, and it almost pierces its way through, but it doesn't go for your neck.
Shit.
It's now you have 2 on the same initiative. You both got 7, but I'm going to let Iona go first.
Can I fling this thing? Just instinctively, when something nasty is on you, you just want to
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that's an agility mobility roll, and I think it will be opposed. So I'm going to get Shamli. I need you to roll once this is done. 8 d6.
One success, 1 panic.
Okay, do the panic check for me, please. Makes sense you're panicking.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's an 11 again.
You're desperately trying to see cover, so you're unable to fling in any way. What did you get, Shamli, in terms of
2 successes on HD6.
Okay, so it's even if you manage to fling this creature, it's biting really into you. It's almost latching itself around its sort of limbs, and the tail sort of goes around as it's trying to get closer to you.
I always liked you, Iona.
Can you roll for me another d6 for me, Shamini?
I'm gonna re-roll that. It's gone somewhere. I'm not going to roll that one because I think that one did roll 2 6s in a row. Roll this one. 4.
Okay, this creature, this chestburster, is now sort of unlatches itself a little bit and hisses straight towards you, Iona. You can see its mouth is sort of the tongue is in it, sort of trying to get closer and closer to you. Its strength is unbelievable. I need you to make for me a panic roll.
Oh, just a panic roll.
Panic roll. Yeah, it's hissing at you.
That's a 10.
You freeze in place.
That's a bad time to do that. That's not good. That's not good.
You're frozen by fear or stress for 1 round, losing your next point of action. Your stress level increases by 1.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm stressed.
And then back to the top of the round.
It goes again.
Roll a d6 for me, Shamini.
1.
And roll the next one as well, because
I can't act yet.
Yeah.
2.
So technically, this says escape. Normally, it would escape into the vents, but I'm going to change it slightly for plot reasons. As
Escape.
it's trying. You are trying to sort of move, and you scream. This sort of thing pitches like a huge screech, essentially. You'll also notice, Iona, even in this panic, Jael hasn't come to help you.
Yeah, I have noticed. Thank you for mentioning that.
She's there. Can we see her?
Yeah, you sort of look to
Chilling.
where the door is, and you can see Jael has just finished unlocking the door, and as the door opens, she looks and sees a creature step out. Exactly makes that noise.
Every time.
Same.
It's
My
so
cat
funny.
has the best timing.
Incredible. This creature is again, similar to what you've seen before, Iona, this long thing comes out and JL sees it, and with the high-pitched squealing of this chest burster, you think it's calling reinforcements.
Shit.
Now, I think at this point,
Can you just confirm, did the big one come out of the
it's coming
The-
out of the
The car,
door.
yeah.
It's
where
coming
we
out of the
wanted
car.
to go in?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, not me. I'm anyway. Yeah.
Well, you've changed sides now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's like, hello, friends.
Yeah.
We're going to go back to the space elevator at this point. The doors open, and Mason, you're dragging Chaplin out.
Yep. I'm probably gonna heft Chaplin up over non-dominant side so I can at least try to hold my gun.
Mm-hmm.
And then head in the direction that I assume I'm meant to be going in.
You can hear screeching
Ah, good.
and noises.
Yes.
Like sounds of things going
Yeah.
so.
I will approach cautiously then and do like that, because we're trained Marines. I'm going to tuck against the wall and like move into the side so that I can try to just get a visual vantage point without revealing myself too much, just to try and assess what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wits observation, please.
Chaplain. Okay.
Wits observation with stress.
Yeah. Just a smidge. Wits observation. Okay, so it's that and oh frick, where did my dice have gone? Two successes and a panic.
Let's do the panic.
10 down to 8.
Okay.
Nerves of steel, baby.
8. You are trembling. You see what Iona is dealing with on the floor, like wrestling with this creature sort of in her face, and you can see it coming out from behind her. So JL is trying to move to the side a little bit as this creature sort of starts to make its way through, similar to what you've seen before, this sort of like long, sort of like agile looking, sort of all angles creature, pure blackness, pure darkness. Your stress level does go up.
Yeah.
One.
Does it look like it's so it's emerging where Jael is?
Yes, it is. And also you're trembling, so all skill rolls using agility will be
Agility,
-2. Yeah, until your panic stops.
And yeah, I'm sure my panic will definitely stop. Permanently. And can I see Dante on the deck?
Yep. You can see the remains of Dante. Don't worry, I've combined both those stresses into one for you. I'd help. So
okay.
I would like Mason, I'd like you to roll your initiative now as well.
Yes, that tracks.
I'm going to say, unfortunately, Chaplain, because you're immobilized, you do not get a chance of initiative just now, unfortunately.
2.
A 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I've just rolled for the other creature. Captain Silver, or formerly Captain Silver, I need you to roll a d6 as this creature starts to come out of the door.
You keep making me laugh.
You're the one who's sitting there going.
Yeah, quite literally corpsing. Yeah,
It's so
good.
funny.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
A 1. This creature it sort of looks around and sort of like hisses quietly, watching the sort of performance between new Dante and Iona on the floor. It looks like it's thinking, it says, maybe giving silent orders to unseen companions. Everyone that's in the medium range of this, so I think that's going to be Iona and Mason, your stress level goes up by 1.
Yeah.
And then it is Mason's turn. What are you doing, Mason? Oh, you're on mute. Sorry.
No, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, we missed the sassy quit. Yeah, okay.
Oh, I'm sure it's
great. Yeah. So the bigger beastie is still emerging or is out of the doorway?
It's out of the doorway.
Okay. Does it look like it was interested in jail at all?
Doesn't seem to be.
I'm going to do. This may be very silly, but I don't want to risk Iona. Iona still seems to be
In a lot
alive
of distress.
for now. It's
Oh
distressed,
yeah.
but still savable.
Very much fighting this thing, yes.
Still
Yeah,
savable. So
for now.
I'm gonna shoot
You don't know why.
a grenade.
I did nothing.
For now.
Maybe like back the way. No. We're in a fairly enclosed space, aren't we here? I was gonna try and make a loud noise somewhere that it might want to go and follow, but I don't know if there's an option. Does it feel like there's an option strategically in the space to do that?
Maybe, but I would say you'd have to leave Chaplain where you are now.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to take Chaplain with you if you were trying to move to.
Oh no, not me moving, sorry. Me shooting something so that the side of it going off. Like if I shot a grenade somewhere.
I think that would be tricky because you might the area effect might have hit Iona.
Yeah. Just trying to get the mind palace of what the shape of the space is. Yeah, okay.
Basically it's Iona, New Dante,
yeah,
creature next to jail, and then exit with a huge sort of neon sign of the planning part behind that creature.
Yeah. Realistically, the only way to get through there and to that doorway is with a fight. So I'm gonna move as far as I can feasibly get towards the door, drop Chaplain, and then if Iona's near that area, can I go to try and if I can, I want to try and reach the back end of the chest burster to try and yoink it off.
You're going to try and grab...
Technical term. I would like to yoink it off, yes.
Yoink is a technical term, yes.
Apologies, that's in the Marine Handbook. I appreciate
Yeah.
Sure. I think I will allow you to do that.
Because I don't want to risk trying to shoot it or combat knife because the acid could take her out. So I'm going to just... You're welcome.
Yep, makes sense. Okay, let's do a... Let's do a strength melee combat, close combat check, please, as you're going to grab this creature. It's not going to take any damage, you're just going to pull it off.
The aim is to take it and throw
you're
it.
trying to grab it, essentially.
Yeet, please. I would like to yeet. I'm very stressed right now, so I need all but one of my stresses.
And I would say,
yes,
again, for Dante's new chestburster, I'll just call you chestburster, you get to roll 8 base dice because you're opposing this check that's happening here.
This is a strategic yoink and yeet.
It is a strategic yoink. I don't know. I have one story point, but I feel like I'm going to wait for I feel like we need this a little further into this. Oh, dang. Okay.
One success for the chestburster.
4 successes. No stress. How did I manage that?
Wow.
Oh!
You are done with these fucking aliens.
With these
mother. And your strength it just so happens, and it just uncovers it. You can see where in the armor it sort of like pulls off, and you throw it back. It doesn't take any damage per se. It hits the wall and it's sort of on its paw, so to speak, but you've removed the danger from
yeeted.
And just say you've been yeeted, and I will use the obligatory one swear word of the we don't use one swear word, but I'll say get the fuck away from her as I throw it. And then just position myself somewhat defensively until Iona hopefully gets her shit together and ready to go.
Okay. I have down on my sheet, it is the chestburster's turn. Can you roll for me a d6? I know.
1.
Very then.
I would say, after being yeeted across the floor, you got yoked.
No,
this is too much for you. But you see that, your friends are coming to help, so you think you're fine. And so you just duck away into one of the air.
I'm just gonna like take a back seat and just be like, you guys
enjoy the show.
Here.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Mums comes out to play. Exactly.
Yeah.
Next up, then, as you the last of Dante's creature dashes away. It's the big xenomorph. Abigail, let's roll that d6 for me, please.
That's a 2.
Crunch Giles' head off, yeah? That will happen, yeah? Yeah.
Weirdly, it seems to take no notice of JL. All right, Chaplain, could you roll for me a d6? Odds, it's Iona. Evens, it's Mason.
I can do that.
Mhm.
I'm gonna throw up.
I rolled a 1.
Odds, Iona. This creature sort of hunches down and is looking at the more vulnerable, the person that sort of was like trying to eat it off, but still sort of struggling on the floor a little bit. It sort of does what I like to call that sort of cute kitty cat sort of, and leaps towards Iona. It knocks you even further to ground, and you drop all handheld items. I don't think you're really holding anything. You don't take any damage, but it stands over you, like sort of like looking at you very close, sort of sniffing you. And like you weirdly think it's daring you to run. It's called playing with its prey. Iona, your stress level goes up again, and you must make an immediate panic roll.
Okay. I have 9 stress, so like literally
I
any number
know.
is gonna
Yeah.
fuck me over.
Same,
I
yeah,
know.
same. That's
That's a 12.
A 12. You scream. It's horrible. You just see this thing's just sniffing over you. You scream. Your stress level goes down by 1.
Okay.
Mason, yours goes up by 1.
10 stress, let's go.
Oh no, you don't. Sorry,
Oh.
no. You make an immediate panic roll.
Oh,
Screaming.
okay. Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
But as a result, you lose your next action, unfortunately, Iona, because you're too busy screaming.
Yeah,
10.
that's fine.
10. You freeze in place, Mason.
Nice.
Similar to before. Your stress level and all the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range of you increases by 1 as you're frozen in place watching this creature.
Oh well, let me just put.
Does
that
it last a
back on
turn,
my
or
sheet.
is that last like how long does that
For
last?
1 round. 1 round.
Do I no? Is it dumb? Should I no?
What are you doing?
Do what you gotta do, baby.
You overkill, but no, it's fine.
It is unfortunately, Iona, you scream. You lose you lose your next point of action, unfortunately. It's back to the Xeno's turn. Let's go Chaplain. Could you roll for me a d6?
I rolled a 4.
Oh.
Doesn't sound best.
Okay. It attacks with its venom spiked tail with 12 base damage. Let me roll that first.
Did you say 12 base damage?
I did say 12 base damage. It's a big, beefy creature. Oh, base damage, sorry, base die, not damage.
Okay,
you don't,
I was
yeah,
like,
sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Eviscerated.
Yeah, sorry, that would be absolutely no fun. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Okay. The tail goes straight for you, Iona. It digs in deep to your armor. It passes your armor. It inflicts 1 point of damage. And you feel your chest freezing up as a paralyzing venom takes place. I need you to make a stamina roll, please.
Okay, is that
strength
stamina?
Plus your stress.
I haven't rolled my stress yet, but that's 3 successes so far.
Okay.
Oh God.
That's 3 more successes, so that's 6 successes, but also
Whoa.
a panic.
Wow.
Also a panic. Well, let's do the panic quickly.
Yeah.
Hold
don't
on, I
wanna
have to
lose
do
me.
math.
Yeah.
It's fine, don't worry. But you
That's
are,
15.
Oh.
Oh.
You
Losing
fight
also.
so hard. You fight so hard. You think if you'd succeeded, you'd been able to stay up for another couple of rounds before the paralyzing venom takes you. But you instantly collapse to the floor, catatonic, staring blankly into oblivion as this creature pulls you just like into the chamber. And the last thing you see, Iona, I'll give you a chance to properly describe it, but what you see as you're being pulled into the climber car, almost very quickly, you feel your body being hoiked up onto a wall into almost like a honeycomb sort of area, the resin as you sort of sets around you. You can see this whole climber car now. You realize now those scrapes on the floor, those were boxes. Those were things being put into climber car for safety to get off planet. But then with the containment breach, well, all the stuff's in the climber car. And you see those sort of almost like on the ground eggs everywhere, like a dozen of them so splouting around. You can see other Marines are stuck to the walls like you are, encased in the sort of resin. And ahead of you, as the sort of soldier xenomorph puts you down, you can see there is a huge creature, massive, attached to the back wall, huge long limbs, and a huge sort of like tail as it sort of turns to look at its new acquisition to the hive. A queen staring at you. What's the last thought that goes through your head, Iona?
Iona just wants to scream. That's it.
Mason,
Hmm.
what do you do?
Will Mason become aware of what's inside there, do you think?
You don't even need to look.
Yeah. If you'd allow,
Please.
I think they'd want to pick up Chaplin.
Mm-hmm.
If they can, try to get out, if it's possible, just to see the sky one last time, knowing that in just over 7 hours, this place will blow.
I'll allow that. You see that you're stuck. Even if you could fight your way to the top of the climber car, somehow get to the top, you've no idea. And as you take Chaplin out into the snow, with the base still burning all around you, maybe an hour or so, you see the climber car does go. You realize that JL probably has somehow managed to make it inside. It goes up and you see it up and up and up into the sky, leaving you for dead.
I might
have
just
a final moment.
I'll set Jael down and just kind of cup their face.
Chaplin,
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Programming.
Yeah. It's fine.
Cup Chaplin's face and just say, "Hey, at least I wasn't left alone this time, huh?"
Some twitches
Yeah.
occur in the face. Chaplin would smile if they could.
Yeah.
And we move the camera back from the snow, from the burning Ariakas moon base. And as the POV changes to the climber car. We see JL sat there. And she does a signing off report. Kruger 60 system, final port from USCS MC base Fort Nebraska. JL, android, reporting. Colony was attacked by unknown forces with advanced bioweapons. The UPP and Colonel Marines are wiped out. The colony and base are destroyed. Thousands are dead. It would seem that only I have And suddenly, there was a big as she looks outside and she sees that along with this debris that's been left in space from the attack from that black goo that sort of attacked attacked not only the ground but on the UPP ships as well. A huge UPP ship has crashed into the space elevator. In she goes. Damn. And the thing blows up. Unable to sign off. And we peel back even more to the quietness of space, the silence. On the outside, it looks like nothing has ever changed on Ariarchus. And maybe no one will find it for some years. And that is where we're going to end this session and this series of Alien Destroyer of Worlds. Ooh. Ooh. Well done, my wonderful, wonderful team. Thank you so much to you, the viewers out there, to my wonderful team of Marines, and to Free League for sponsoring the stream. We're going to go back around just to do some quick plugs. I appreciate we're running to time, so keep it nice and short. But thank you, my wonderful Marines. Let's start with our beloved late Captain Silver, please.
Hi, I'm Abigail the Nerd, formerly known as Captain Silva, and you can find me and all the stuff in my link tree. It has been an honor being your captain.
Oh, Dante. Oh, secretly Dante?
Dante Morph. Yeah, I'm
Dante
gonna
Morph.
explode. Ha ha. I enjoyed that. My name is Shamini. Hello. You can find me at S Bundell on Twitter and Instagram, or just Shamini on Blue Sky. Maybe, who knows. Also check out at RP Geeks D&D for some sciencey TTRPG. That's my channel. And also come to Comic-Con, because Fiona and I are at Comic-Con in London.
Boop, boop, boop.
At some point
Super fun.
soon.
At some point, yeah. October, end of October.
When is it? Okay, yes, that's what I meant. The end of October.
Yeah. I mean, you can go now, Shamini. It's fine. I'll see you in like 6 weeks. So
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
I'm on it.
Next up is our wonderful Iona.
Hi, I'm Jill, also known as Ghosty JK on the internet, and I have been both Private Hammer and Sergeant Iona in this wonderful, wonderful series that has ripped my heart out and stomped on it in the best of ways. And you can find me in the card linked in the chat. And this weekend, actually, I will be participating in a charity stream, much more lighthearted, called We Racers 2. We will be raising funds for Diversity Saves. And I will be in, I believe, round 4 of a tournament on Sunday. So go check it out at Druidcraft Productions on YouTube.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Humaloo, please, Mason.
Yeah. It's me, Emma, Holly on the internet. I brought to you Roach Mason. The cockroach did not survive the nuking. At the moment, I'm not gonna have anything upcoming, not until the new year when there's a new season of Dragon Age on Val's channel. But if you want, we've got 4 seasons on YouTube if you want to go catch up on it. Other than that, go buy some Girls Run the Youth World merch because it's really cool.
Fabulous. And last but by no means least, wonderful Chaplain.
Hi, hey, it's Emily. You can find me at EmilyBard20 on Instagram, Twitter. I've got a dead TikTok that I can't log into that's under that. Follow that if you want. I don't have anything to announce, but if you keep an eye on those things or my link tree, I'll post everything there. I've got some things I want to do, so we'll see. And just thanks for being the Team Charlie to my chaplain. I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all.
Aw, super, super cute. And last but by no means least, it's me. Aha. My name is Fiona. She, her pronouns. I'm an improviser and a podcaster. I have 2 podcasts which are RPG related. What am I rolling? And the DM's Book Club. You can find them wherever you listen to podcasts. But I always like recommending stuff at the end of streams that have a similar vibe, or just something I want to shout out with the time I've been given. I actually have a very different shout out today. I don't have an RPG one because I've given loads out of it. But I want to give a quick moment, a quick plug to my friend Hamilton for Bowie's in Spelljammer, a project that he's been working on all this time. Last year as well, my co-host Hamilton from the DM's Book Club, he's been working basically doing a sort of Bowie's inspired Spelljammer sort of setting, and we've got all sorts. We've got Jeremy Cobb on as playing Major Tom, we've got Taylor from Backwater Bastards playing as Hunky Dory, and we've got Chloe Elliott from Decadony Aces. Thank you, Fancy, playing Jareth, with a whole bunch of people. I guested it very, very briefly as a mind flayer, which is brilliant. We also have a guest as well of Kim Richards from High Rollers playing the Siggy Stardust, so do not miss that out. That's going to come out in October, so do check out. It's all on the trailer for it is out on Twitter just now, which is excellent. Final things, I'm going to do some plugs. Fancy Alice, do you mind? I'm busy. I know. Sorry, I talk to her when I'm cross, so not that I am cross at all. Let's do some quick announcements. So we do have Cryptid Creeks. It's still going on. By the wonderful Darcy, who's our wonderful producer as well. Big shout out to Darcy for taking care of us this whole stream and for all of our streams. We love you so much and thank you so much. Yeah, but you should check out this YouTube exclusive with JC Darcy, Liv Kennedy, Gask, Ada, and Mo. And then obviously go check out the Cryptic Creeks Kickstarter as well. It's smashing all of its stretch goals as well. Upcoming shows. Excuse me. So we have next Monday, we've got The Secret Life of Tuffets, little folks living big lives. So come join our cast of teeny tiny beings as they live in the littlest spaces around us. We also have Bluebird's Bride as well. Oh, I love Bluebird's Bride. It's so bloody good. So recommend checking it out. Although it is something that your mileage may vary. It's beautiful horror one that's also happening on Monday as well. Then Tuesday we've got Monster Hearts 2. We've got back as they do the most normal orienteering week stuff, moving in, picking activities, hiding from humans, and dealing with a murder. Oh, classic. And then premiering next Tuesday as well, we've got the Old Gods of Appalachia. Oh, very, very good. I really enjoy that podcast. And again, if you love horror, if you love folk stuff, go check that out. That's going to be exciting, and especially because that system has just come out as well. Wednesday we've got our long-running anchor show, Roll for Luck, so go check that out. They're obviously brilliant. It's on twice on this thing, so go check it out. Do 2 times on my script. And that's all I have for now. Please, as always, subscribe to our channel. Please give us a follow. Please share the VODs as well. If you're like, oh, I want to play Alien, or I want to play any of these other games that have been mentioned, they're on YouTube pretty much within a couple of days, so you can catch up to that and share them with your friends as well. And we appreciate that, because the more people that get to see our stuff, the more people that would like to, come on and be part of us, work with us, and eventually pitch in the new year. Because I don't know about you guys, pitching is off. We can't pitch any more things. We are actually scheduled out to the end of the year, which is incredibly exciting. But please keep following, and when the Creator app opens again in the new year, please get ready to pitch your stuff as well. And again, I'm just going to say a massive thank you out there to my wonderful team, amazing Charlie team. There's some really cracking moments which we'll talk about in our Stars and Wishes, I know. Also to our wonderful producer Darcy, who has kept us straight on the straight and narrow, so to speak. And thank you as well to Free League, and thank you for watching. I really, really appreciate it. It's very lovely to see the comments afterwards, and go play more horror games. That's what I recommend.
Round of applause for Fiona.
Oh, I don't care about no,
Our flawless game mother.
Yes.
Totally terrifying.
Benevolent.
Amazing.
Thank you guys. Well, I will make sure I will pay you all the 50 quid I promised. I'll send that invoice to you.
Yeah.
later.
We'll talk about that off.
Yeah, you've got my
Also,
cash
yeah,
app, right?
We got it.
Yeah, I've got your Venmo. It's all fine.
Yeah, we can't
Thank
talk
you
about it.
so much. We're going to wave off with our Alien Wave, and we'll see you at some point in the future for another Alien game or for another stream. But thank you so much for watching, and have a good evening. Bye. Bye.